All right. So, are we ready to get back to it for the question and everything like that? Does anyone need a recap? Also,
I'll record.
Want to start the recording?
Hey, man. I don't know what we're doing, but we're fighting this thing, so...
We were looking for the secret cave of wonder that Thrum had in his visions. We found it after some traversing. We came in here, Spirit of the Earth Wound, came out after we approached the crack and fissure. Turns out it had something to do with Calibre, according to the journal, or at least one of his associates and him. And we have to seal it by draining the spirit until he stops killing us, so we can then shatter the staff that holds it open, I guess, because it has like a doorway to like every different elemental plane.
Yep.
And I think
Classic
that's mostly
Dwarven trial.
I feel like that's mostly what happened last session.
Mostly, it was a lot of comedy of you guys fighting against the environment. Almost freezing to death, almost burning to death. A lot of quicksand. A couple geysers that almost killed you guys.
Oh, last session was almost all travel, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You guys explored almost all the Earthwind, though, so, you know. All right, so the question for this week: what is your greatest desire in life? And this can be like even assuming after you find Dammerhall or something like that. But finding Dammerhall can be like the top of the mountain for you. I'm not going to tell you who you are, but just framing it.
It had started out as finding Dammerhall, but now it's clear out the Book of Grudges.
Right?
He's like, I don't want to be one of them.
Right.
Okie dokie.
So it's like, what's our ultimate goal?
Your greatest desire. It can be a goal. It can be something that you want. It's a intentionally vague term. It could be anything from like an emotional state to a physical thing or anything like that.
Thrum would like to understand why him for this connection to the wound.
All right.
Well, seeing how Fergus is at this point coming to the conclusion, oh fuck, they're really going to put me on the goddamn throne. His dream is to retire / abdicate the throne early and live quiet away from the rest of everyone else. Probably with some choice people, but not anyone in particular here.
Right, okay. I'll write that down.
Basically retire early. Retire early and live somewhere, maybe by the beach in a small shack. Be a fisherman. Something not threatening my life all the time. Like, he's brave enough, you know, for what he is, but he doesn't like doing this.
Well, see, if you just destroy all the enemies of the dwarves, then you'll be safe at Dammerhall.
Yeah, but the biggest enemy to the dwarves are the dwarves. Like, he's learned this from traveling with y'all.
Yeah.
Like, look, one of the biggest threats we had was that goddamn ghost when we first went into the mine. I literally lost 40 years off my life.
Thank God you're a dwarf, and that was not as big of a deal.
And technically it can be cured, but I don't know that.
Yep. All right. That just leaves Taskell and Freya.
I'm probably still on finding Dammerhall at the moment.
All right. That's totally valid.
Finding Dammerhall, but as a side note, once we get there and start putting everything together, making it inassailable. so the Dammerhall can never be lost again.
All right.
See, first you make 5 mech suits that can all be combined into one giant mech suit to defend the capital.
And they're inexplicably lions for some reason.
Or they're just all variations of dinosaurs. You could have gotten inspiration from here.
Oh man, I would love that to be a story I could tell people in the future, that I started as a Tolkien as Dwarven fantasy campaign and it ended with them
Power Rangers
freaking making Voltron.
Guys, Dwarftron is far in the future. It's too early to be discussing this.
Hey, you already have one of them right now. All you have to do is make it a bunch of attachments for your main one.
I'm not sure how that would work with this archetype.
I don't know. It'd be plot
a
magic.
joke.
But real quick then, follow-up question. Everyone pick your Power Ranger color.
In character?
Whichever you want. This isn't something I'm
Red.
writing down. This is just Gombo being a little fucker.
No, sorry,
It's
Cope.
definitely red.
Fergus is the Red Ranger. He has to be.
I'll go blue.
He's green.
He's the leader.
Which was
Oh, I-
technically the White Ranger after the red one originally left.
Okay, well, I was always.
I
under the
know
impression
too
that
much
the Red
about
Ranger
Power
was the
Rangers.
leader.
Okay.
All right, can
We
I
all
be
do.
black?
Yeah, you could be
Yes.
the Black Ranger.
Oh, what is it? Is it yellow's or it's pink that's or yellow that's always a girl? Which one is it?
It's pink. That's always the girl. The yellow one was a girl, except for when you looked at the film they took from Japan and brought over to America. It was clearly a guy that was supposed to be the Yellow Ranger.
Yeah, and since then the newer series have been more flexible with the gender of the Yellow Ranger.
And didn't they make the Yellow Ranger Asian?
Yes, they made
Yeah,
the
the
original one,
Yellow
yes, they
Ranger
did.
and the black guy, the Black Ranger.
And so to fix it, they made the Black Ranger Asian and the Yellow Ranger black.
Yeah, that's what I always remember. Is that they fixed it just by swapping them.
It was horribly like. I don't think even that point of racism was intentional.
No,
I just don't think they were thinking about it.
It was,
and then
yeah,
they
it was the
realized
90s.
later.
No one was thinking about it because we're almost past it all.
I did like how there was one of the later series where the girl became the Pink Ranger and she hated the color pink with all of her passion, and that was just a reoccurring joke throughout the entire series. I did appreciate that. Where it's all like, man, why did I get the lame color? Any. So back to this. We'll just jump straight back into it. So you guys should see the map. You guys see your characters, yeah?
And I believe it just ended with the spirit stunning Nolgrim.
Yep. So it is now Fergus's turn.
Okay, I can do one thing, and I have to try to keep this thing down. So I'm gonna shoot at it. Let's see, bow. Is it still fairy fired?
Yes, that's what the
I
purple,
believe-
the pink dot is. Also, I believe I remember to finally do this. Yeah, I added a few more like little target icons and glyphs at the bottom of the token icons there. If you guys look, so you guys should have some options now.
If my screen would stop fucking up. Here, hold on. Oh yeah, I see it.
The 17 will hit.
Okay, so that will be 23 points of damage.
And it is at 0.
Okay, I will. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can do. Nope. But I will bonus action give advantage to.
Real quick,
So-
what aura is currently up?
I don't quite remember. Did any of you guys who watched the last few minutes of the last one remember? I think it was Aura of Tremors, which knocks people prone, but I could be wrong.
I think you had just gone to cold.
To cold? Okay, yeah. Yeah, at the start of the creature's turn, if you're within the aura, you'd make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or have disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Okay. So
Does the aura go away when it's unconscious, or does it remain?
Nope, it's around its body. It's like an ambient thing.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
let's see. I'm going to give advantage to Freya. For her next attack, and I'm going to yell up at her, Freya, be ready. Be ready to strike it down as soon as it gets up before it has a chance to move. Implying that I want you to strike it before it has a chance to take its turn, like hold an action or something. I don't know how to explain that too much more clearly in game terms. So basically, before it has a chance to wake up and do something to us to fuck us again, just smack it back down as soon as it gets up. And I'm going to back up.
All right. I assume Ivy is just going to hold an action.
So, hold my turn until right after it?
Like, not even hold your turn, just hold your action to attack it.
Like
as soon as...
you can say, I want to take an action to prepare an attack to hit it.
Yeah, like you can say, like, okay, I'm going to attack it as soon as it begins to waken from its regeneration. That way you can attack it before it has a chance to act, but it'll take place after the regeneration that'll give it a turn.
Got it.
I'm basically trying to say this to, like, in a way to prevent it from fucking us further, because currently every time it gets up after I knock it down, it has a chance to fuck us more. So, trying to think tactically here. But that's Ivy's turn too. She just backed up a little bit.
All right. Throw him.
Is there any type of coup de grace in the system?
You can attack it for death saves.
Normally, you can attack something when it's on the ground to make it lose its saving throws. However, the issue is that Disputed Earthwound has regeneration, and you cannot stop its regeneration. So you can blade to its corpse as much as you want. It's just going to regain its hit points on its turn.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And normally, if you attack it when it's down, it automatically fails 2 death saves.
Yeah, that is basically a coup de grace, but it's in this particular case.
But like generally, that's how it works: is it fails 2 death saves, but it doesn't like instantly kill it. But 2 death saves failed, and someone else comes in and do it and finishes off the second time. It's more details as it goes, but
yeah, unless it has a external regeneration, so that makes sense. Then I'll do what Freya's doing and hold my action until it starts to wake up, and then pound the shit out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Gonna drop out of super multi-explode form.
Yes, and drop out of super multi-explode form.
All right. So can I hold both attacks or just one?
You can hold both attacks.
Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold both attacks.
All right, Taskell.
Well, that's as far as I can get on one move.
Yeah, we need to have the cool shot of us all punching this thing.
I can't
Super action shot.
prep the hammer's action, can I?
I would say you can take an action to prep the hammer's action, or you can take an action to prep yours, not both.
I'll have the hammer attack when it regenerates, then it does a little more damage than I do.
Sounds
Especially
good.
since I cast it 3rd level.
Yep. Nolgrim is stunned, so we'll skip his turn, but he'll be unstunned after this.
Hopefully.
All right,
And
1, 2, 3, everyone swing.
So he regains 50 hit points.
Yep.
All right,
He's
everyone,
moving. Clobbered.
everyone take your shots. It's still fairy fired, so you should have advantage.
17 would be for Ivy.
Yep, that'll hit.
So it's 23, but I think it's half because it's not magical.
So are we, since it's on the ground,
It's at advantage regardless.
It's at advantage regardless, and it doesn't have the prone condition because it's immune to
But
it.
doesn't its area give us disadvantage?
We forgot to do saves at your turn, but it's whatever at this point. All right, so hold on, let me calculate everything.
We still have Thrum's attack, but we'll see what happens after these ones.
And those are magical, so... All right, it's still up, so it comes down to Thrum. That'll hit, and that is 17 points, halved because it's not magical, and yeah, it's down.
I thought this Galebane Axe was magical.
It is.
It was.
magic.
I was just it was forgetting because I saw the shards and Michael said punch, so for some reason my mind went to punching the pile of goo.
Yep.
No, we're not punching it. We're slicing it. We're slicing
All right. It's back down again. I assume everyone's just gonna keep trying to hold their actions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Best bet to do it. So.
All right. I'm just
So
going
12
through.
hours later.
Taskell, I know you're the one that can cast spells. So is there anything else, or holding with the spiritual weapon?
Well, I hadn't managed to do anything. I was getting closer so I could heal Nalgrim, but
Yeah, you can do that.
yeah, I'll hold for the spiritual weapon again because
All right.
it didn't get to do anything.
All right, Nilgrim, you are no longer stunned, so you can take your turn as normal. Let me get the item handout here out because
I have to do
There
a concentration check.
yes, because there is the possibility that it will explode.
That's why I'm over here.
What's the? Try to remember
Okay.
what the radius of that is.
Let's see. As an action, the wielder can siphon power from an elemental creature within 60 feet. The target elemental gains 1 level of exhaustion, and the stave regains 1d6 charges. If the stave gains more charges than its maximum of 15, immediately roll a concentration check at disadvantage, DC 10, because it's a standard check. On a pass, the staff harmlessly dissipates the excess charges and returns to 15 charges. On a fail, all creatures within 30 feet take 1d8 elemental damage per excess charge.
I will go
Do it.
shaking my head. I'll try to keep my friends in the clear. Friends and family.
Mhm.
That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay, and then siphon power again.
All right. Give me that constitution check at disadvantage. Very important. It's not a save, it's a constitution check.
Try to remember. Did I have a?
Wait,
Advantage.
concentration's a save.
Oh, it is a save? Okay,
Yeah.
then it's just
Yeah.
at disadvantage.
I was just saying, concentration is definitely a save.
Try to remember. I thought last.
He's out.
This isn't affected by a Warcaster, is it? So it wouldn't.
No,
would it?
this is
No?
this
Okay.
is just I'm just using that as an explanation, but it's not a Warcaster thing.
Okay.
Yeah, Warcaster specifically your spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just to control the magical energy. It's like an entirely own deal.
Alright.
I gave you a legendary artifact. I have to put some in.
Yeah. No, I get it.
So it is a save, yeah?
He succeeded.
He passed.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right, so it is now up to 4 levels of exhaustion. Now let me double check what this does. Also, that little eye with a reticle is your hunter's mark. Don't forget, Richard.
No,
Yeah.
I've been adding it.
I'll
Its
use
hit
my-
point maximum is halved.
I use my movement. Let's see, because I was here 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll use the rest of my movement to shift a little bit closer.
Before it comes to its turn, I forgot to mention something that I learned about Hunter's Mark that I forgot about.
Mhm.
I believe. Oh no, I was thinking of Hex. Never mind.
Yeah, hunter's mark does additional damage, and you can track it without.
Yeah,
needing to
Hex is
make
the
save.
one that makes it so you can have disadvantage on a certain check,
This is correct.
and then it's different from his Hex because he has the
Mhm.
class one. But I mixed them up the other day, and then I mixed them up again right now. So never mind.
All right. So his turn again. Everyone take your prepared actions. You're looking at 17s. Or looking for 50 damage total. So I'll just add 50 back to his health bar to figure out what's going on here.
That's a good amount of criticals going on.
Yeah. I'm just laughing at the higher cast. Both came up ones. Still 23. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I did 22. So if anyone else hit at least once, which I think some people did, I think it will be back down again.
It is back down again, yeah. All right. Shall we just fast forward back to Nolgrim, or is Taskell going to do any healing?
seems that way. That
All
one
right.
got hurt, and I'm running lowish. And I think at this turn it falls unconscious if he doesn't explode.
Its speed becomes 0 at level 5 of exhaustion. I got it. I got the chart right here. Level 6, it's death.
Mm-hmm.
So you're nearly there. Nilgrim, give me the saving throw at disadvantage.
All right. Make sure everybody's in the clear. 5, 10, 15. Shift back. Disadvantage. Still holding.
Yep.
I imagine he's just like this, just shaking, smoldering in his hand. He's like,
Oh yeah. It's an entire laser light show. So you're trying to siphon energy off of this thing.
Steady.
All right. You guys know the drill.
Yeah. I know we're kind of cheesing this, but it's a teamwork thing. That's
That's kind of
actually-
how I designed the fight too. To be fair.
He's at 5
that's-
exhaustion now, right?
It says Nivy Ivy, but that's Fergus's attack.
All right.
So,
So let's go through it. So first up was Thrum, who hit with a 27. He did 13 damage. Ethereal Hornbow hit.
for 23 damage.
All right, 23. All right, yep, it's back down again.
Okay, I won't roll Ivy's attack then.
Yep, you guys do not fuck around with single target DPS. I'll tell you that. I mean, the advantage helps immensely. If you guys look, you got some single digit attack rolls too.
Yeah, I actually missed.
All right, so Nilgrim, give me the check because this is second to last. Oh wait, I forgot to upgrade. It is the last one right now. So no matter what, it gains a level of exhaustion just to see if you explode yourself or not.
Right.
How great would it be if he blew himself up?
I want it
Right.
so badly.
Right.
I burned for that outcome.
The story gimmicks of that alone.
Yeah.
All right. So you managed to subdue it. It finally, with a kind of like gravelly roar that shakes the entire cavern, and you can feel almost like the earth's wound itself. It finally kind of loses its shape and spreads out and begins rapidly cooling into stone. You have, at least for the time being, subdued the spirit of the earth's wound. You don't know how long it is going to be subdued for. So whatever you guys are going to do, you're going to need to do it fast.
All right. Nilgrim would.
I
Then
believe
use
just
it.
shatter the staff, don't we?
No, I think we take the staff
Throw it in
into
the rift.
the wound.
Oh,
Into
good.
the rift.
Be making his way forward, and Thrum, you want to do the honors, and would hold out the staff. Has the wind died down?
It has.
Okay.
We need to give it its rest.
Wait,
But did
sure
we
this
think
will
we-
work.
We had to go into the portal.
Yeah, the
or
magical rift is in this crack back here, and you need to physically return the staff into the rift. As you're essentially putting a door inside a door, and
yeah, which is going to cause problems.
Yeah, it's going to cause like a, I don't know. I'm not going to try to get all Star Trek lingo with magic here, but it's going to cause a feedback loop, and it's going to break it down.
Then he will head down.
All right. So the crack is about 20 feet deep, and you could see the howling energy vortex that is the rift running the entire length of it. How do you put the staff into the rift there, Thrum? Do you?
So the rift is the rift that you said is the entire length of this crack?
It's the entire length. It's just at the bottom of this natural stone crack.
All right. He's going to. Here's somebody throw me a rope just so I don't go tumbling over. And he's going to lower himself over the edge and climb down about 10 feet till he gets to where he could reach it in his large form and stick
We're
the
gonna-
staff
we're-
in the rift.
Wait, we're going to anchor it to Freya, right? Because large form, I
if
think
he's
we'd be
going
hard
large
pressed.
form, then yeah, we're anchoring it to Freya. No one else is going to be able to.
Well,
I
he's
mean,
still climbing,
honestly,
too.
if he's using large form, he can probably just put a shoulder and a foot against the side of it. It's not that wide.
Just wedge myself down there real slow and respectfully shove the staff in the rift.
First I asked the Earth Swoon for consent.
Oh no, she needs it. Oh, that just came out terribly.
Yeah.
It needs to be put to rest.
All of our viewers at home, please take a moment to just pause and reflect on something wholesome like kittens or, I guess, war. So yeah, you wedge one shoulder against one edge of this crack, and then you put one foot up here, and you like slowly like straddle your way down, holding the staff, which is beginning to like rapidly shift temperatures as it gets closer to this. You imagined it more like a portal, but it is more like just a tear in the air that is just a swirl of fire and electricity and spinning gravel and ice. It's one of those things that as you're seeing it, there's no doubt in your mind that if you physically touched it yourself, whatever you touched it with would just be torn to shreds and destroyed. You know? It's just immediately dangerous. And you hold out the elemental stave in one of your giant rocky hands. You do your best to position it over the rift, and you let it go, and it fades entirely into the rift as the energy suddenly brightens to a flash. And you outside see like a bright light, like a strobe light, shoot out from the crack as the staff's metal surface breaks down, and inside of it is the like a miniature version of the rift before you that mixes and swirls together. And then the entire area explodes in a mess of fire and lightning and ice and high winds that sends Thrum reeling back over this way and knocks you all off your feet. And as you guys watch, the entire earth shakes around you, and kind of like a almost spirited gale of just, it's not even like elements anymore, it's just raw magical energy begin swirling around and coursing around the ceiling of this area. And Thrum, you're lying on your back looking up as it's coming, and more than anyone else, you are seeing this, Thrum, and you get the immediate, like, strangely calm thought of, oh shit, that's gonna hit me. And then it does.
I'm sorry, I'm just picturing that. Have you ever been out in like pitch black dark and you don't realize that, but you're under like a street light or something? You're like, oh, the light's getting more intensely bright. Oh shit, that's a car.
Yeah, every night on my way home from work. So you guys see Thrum on his back, and just suddenly just a pillar of bright magical energy just blasts into him. You see the stone around it boil and crack, and like just starting to turn to molten slag, as then like icicles forming around it as well. Thrum, time seems to slow down for you. You recall the words of the Archdruid who was teaching you outside about how magical energy is like a river, and how in the world of natural magic like druidism, it always tries to flow through the path of least resistance. You have closed the rift, but the rift closing has caused a massive burst of elemental energy. And because of your connection to the Earth's wound, you are now the path of least resistance. So all that energy is about to pass through your body and soul. So you are
This is gonna hurt.
You're faced with two options here. You can do what the Archdruid was trying to teach you, and is to kind of empty yourself, calm your mind and spirit to become a more perfect conduit, so that way the energy can pass through your body and dissipate into the world around you. Or you can do what comes natural to all dwarves, which is, in a mental state, dig in your feet and tell the coming tidal wave of energy that it can just fucking piss off, and you make yourself not the path of least resistance through sheer stubborn willpower alone.
Well, it sounds like he has one option.
I think he's gonna try and clear his mind.
Either way, this choice will impact your character either way. It's a 100% Cope decision.
Yeah, he's gonna clear his mind. He's been practicing this meditation stuff, and if he remembered the words, he's gonna try and clear his mind and let it go through.
All right. Trapped within the stony exoskeleton of your primeval form, you close your eyes and you open yourself to the cascade of elemental energy passing through you. It is every sensation of being out in extreme weather you've ever felt all at once, on your body and your spirit. But through concentration and knowing that this is like do or die, that if you don't do this, you are literally just going to be completely destroyed. You don't even know if there'll be anything left of you at all. You open yourself to it. And after a short while, it's like a waterfall, a river running through you. And then you feel through the energy. You feel the rocks, the dirt, the trees, the birds, everything out there in the earth's wound as the energy moves through you and disperses naturally to the environment. And you know that the wound is calmed, that the disasters and problems that were ailing the spirit is calming down, that this energy passing through you is healing. And with that, we return to everyone else's perspective. As you see that this energy blasts down over Thrum, and as it subsides, there's just like a pillar of steam. And as it fades, you see the broken hand and body and chunks of Thrum's exterior, like rocky form that he normally forms, has just been completely shattered. And sitting in the center of the crater is the prone form of Thrum, entirely made out of stone, as if he was petrified. And it's just a statue of Thrum.
Look around, like, does Thrum? You go over and tap the statue. See if it's...
Hey, buddy, you in there?
Does he hear anything?
So I'm going to share with you a handout right now, Cope.
While you're sharing that with him, just to test and see if this is for real or not, Ferg is just going to lean down and whisper into the statue's ear, "I'm going to surrender the throne to an elf."
So
the handout says, "Ha, I got you, sucker. Roll new character."
did you
That would be the greatest way to reroll. I'm not going to lie.
I mean, if you'd rather, but that's not the plan. No. Did you see the handout there, Cope? It should have just appeared in your journal under
That only happens when we share with everybody.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Cope, if you just go to Magic Items, Act 2.
Okay.
Thrum, you are conscious in there, but you can't. You know what? Screw it. This subterfuge
I
isn't
found it.
okay. You are conscious in there, but you find that you cannot move or speak. You apparently are breathing just fine, and you can't see anything, but you do hear the distant and muffled voice of Fergus saying he's going to give the throne to an elf.
As soon as he doesn't react, he's just like, I don't know, guys. I think he's dead.
Thrum's hand quickly grasps around your neck and lifts you off the ground.
Actually, it doesn't.
Can you move?
No, you still need to attune to this, my friend. Until then, you're a statue.
Oh, okay. Because I'm reading it going, what? It doesn't say he can't move.
He needs to attune to his own body now.
All right, Freya's gonna hop out of the mech and take a look.
Right there at the bottom, Cope. If Thrum ever becomes unattuned to this item, he becomes petrified until he reattunes to it.
Okay.
Can I do like an investigation to kind of get what's going on here?
Yeah, give me a... Oh, shoot, I forget. Is it medicine or heal in 5th edition?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah, medicine. Do you want a medicine roll?
Yep. So it takes like a good 10-15 minutes of you examining, but you actually think Thrum is in there. That this rocky area is somehow become the outside of his body. And that he might not know how to move. I'll just go ahead and share the handout with everyone out.
So the good news is I don't think he's dead. The bad news is it might be worse.
Define worse.
So he's conscious in there, but the rock has become the outside of his body and he can't move.
So digging him out's probably not an option then.
As much of his option
No,
as
that's
getting
his
somebody
body
alive, I
now.
imagine. We could,
Can Thrum blink?
Not currently, no.
Can he speak out of it right now?
Nope, because your mouth and your lips are rock and they are not responding to you at the moment.
No, your vocal cords are also made out of rock.
well, I don't know
Technically,
about
it's just the
you
outside of his
guys,
body.
but I could use a little bit of a breather before we... it doesn't look like Thrum's going anywhere anytime soon, so...
Aye.
All right, help me prop him up against a wall and we'll set up camp.
Just drag him over here against this wall.
So you guys are going to take a short rest?
Yeah, Nolgrim will probably use the downtime to read through the journal that they found and see if there's any more.
At
to
least,
garner
I mean, even if we want to camp here a couple days, it probably throw our trail off.
I'm going to take our short rest, and I'm going to pull out my ink and quill that I use for writing in my journal, and I'm going to just draw things on Thrum the entire time.
So,
Well, how about let's heal Thrum first?
Well, he's not going to let me do this once he's not stoned. So I
yeah.
can't do anything anyway. I'm literally just here for window dressing. I have no idea what any of this shit is, but he's alive, and I'm going to have fun with this while I can.
So,
Okay,
taking a step back from the narrative, from a mechanical standpoint, you just need to take a short rest to attune to your rocky skin, Thrum, and then you'll be able to move again. It does count as a magical item that you just can't take off.
Cool.
You probably also don't want to unattune from it.
Yeah, then he'll just turn back into a statue.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a catch-22 there.
You see, when he wants to retire, he just goes into the halls of Dammerhall, picks a spot where there's a statue, sits there, takes off the attuned item. Wake me if there's any danger in the world.
Now,
Yeah, that's
now,
a good point. Fergus
to
is
be
like
fair-
going on with the elves and entreating with them in 10 years in the future, and Thrum's sitting there and he's like, unattuned. I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, because as petrified, you're basically a stone statue, so you do not breathe, though you are still like able to reattune yourself to depetrify yourself. So you could potentially use it to not suffocate if you've got an hour.
Nice. And he can hold his breath for 3 hours.
Mhm.
I'm going to go explore the sea.
Now, what if
Dwarf
somebody
fashion.
gets the
By
spell
walking.
flesh to stone or stone to flesh, and then turns him back into a flesh? Does he just?
You
lose
might
his powers?
you might remove the armor from him.
I don't think flesh to stone is a thing in 5e though.
No. There's something with something to stone.
No, there is flesh to stone, but no stone to flesh.
There's stone to mud. That could be fun.
Oh
I
no.
think stone to flesh is. I think stone to flesh is kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this brick wall now a flesh wall.
I'm going to cast I'm going to cast 9th level stone to flesh to make this mountain a nipple.
That's exactly what would happen. See those two
here we
mountains
go.
that look like boobies?
Stone shape. We turn Thrum's beard into a weapon.
Yeah, technically.
Yep, 5th level transmutation spell. Transmute rock to mud.
We can turn him into a mud elemental.
I mean, technically speaking, just to let you guys know, purely out of character, Thrum still needs to eat. He is not an elemental type. He is still dwarf under there. It's just the rock is his outer layer. Now, whether or not there is still normal skin under there, we don't know until you try to remove it. But hence the description of even Thrum himself doesn't know if this just is his skin now. So, worst case scenario, you cast stone to mud, all of his stone skin comes off, and then you just get a skinless dwarf that is just in agonizing pain with no eyelids.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, you're taking a short rest?
Mm-hmm.
So it would seem.
Go ahead and roll up all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. I do have all my hit dice. So. Oh, that'll be one of my d8s, but I have a couple
Can he
d10s.
heal while he's in here?
Yeah, you can do normal stuff.
Oh, not up to full, but in case something does happen, I'm back up to mostly full.
That was a
I
lot
gotta
of.
say, those are some impressive
Yeah.
rolls on my end.
Yeah.
I had to try one more time because I'm like, is this broken? What's going on?
Yeah, I had some pretty poor rolls there for a minute. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let the party know, because of spell choices and stuff when we level up again. Next time we do level up, I'm gonna be taking that feat that every short rest I can give everyone temporary hit points.
Oh, leadership.
Leadership,
Or
yeah.
inspiring leader, yeah.
Yeah. But essentially gives people like next level it'll give people let's see, what is it? 13 temporary hit points per short rest. So if you have any spell choices that you were going to go that gave people temporary hit points, they're probably not going to come into play as much as you want them to.
I would just also like to point out, look at the hit dice rolls. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And then
I had to
Thrum.
keep double checking it. Like, I'm clearly doing this wrong.
Well, the thing is, you need to go to it's not even just the 10s. You have to go to the slots. You've just rolled 3 7s in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
7, 7,
I
7.
win a bunch of lemons.
Bunch of lemons.
I don't know, just the slot machine, the lemons, the cherries, the sevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how they came up with those symbols. Just a bunch of weird shit.
Just a bunch of stuff that was colorful, attract people's attention.
And a lot of cocaine.
So much cocaine.
If If I learned one thing in all my years, it's always cocaine.
So after almost an hour of just catching your breath, you guys hear the faint sound of cracking and shifting stone as Thrum finally begins to move.
Wait, no, I'm almost finished with the dick on your face. Hold on.
Thrum, you may proceed to do what you're saying you were going to do before if you'd like.
And now his hand comes out and he grabs Fergus and lifts him up and says, "You will never bring an elf into the throne."
Yeah, I'm guessing Fergus gets the Bart Simpson treatment for a little bit.
Fergus, his hands are so cold. It's just rock.
Well, good to see him mobile again. Yeah, I think you could not kill him entirely.
Just out of curiosity, he's going to try and go big. Can he still go big?
You can still go big.
Okay. And now he's going to use Fergus to scratch his back because everything itches.
You know, Thrum, you owe me. The guys wanted to bury you.
I think I am buried under here. It's different now. And he goes back small. And
while he was using me to scratch, I wrote "kick me" on his back real quick.
I think the rock form is just me now. I let all the nature in, and it made me stony. Yeah, remember to thank that druid if we ever see him again.
Ivy's the first one to pipe up. Oh, the elf?
You know, I wasn't going to say anything because I already pissed him off enough, but yeah.
I feel confident in my own safety. And then there's
You have me as
Iago.
a shield.
And then Iago's like, I feel like I'm missing context.
And
And
so
then,
for a
and
little
then
while,
Miku tries to explain it to him, and it's not going great, but that's going on in the background.
I just yell over, it's like,
Thrum's going to practice walking.
Thrum has become every living stereotype of dwarves, Iago. He's literally made of rock.
It's like walking in stone armor, Thrum. But you do find the weird sensation that you can still feel through your rocky skin. It's like walking barefoot, but you're not going to get like poked by stepping on glass because your skin can't be punctured by something like that.
Yeah, it's gonna look weird as he keeps rubbing himself. Does he have any clothes on anymore?
Let's see. What clothes were you wearing before?
Just his picture, his traveler's.
I would
clothes
say you got like a good half-inch of extra rock on top of your skin. So anything that could survive being stretched a little bit would still be there.
Okay, so he's still got his cloak and whatnot.
Yes, we're not seeing any Rocky Dwarf dong. His little
He checked to make sure that's still there.
Speaking of which,
your stalagmite. It's right down there.
the rock hawk.
Right.
It's a mite because it might grow longer. Oh, God, I'm going to have to do penance for that one.
He'll move right away from that and keep practice walking. Can he see
we've
the
just
ring
stumbled
he was
upon a
wearing?
landmine for jokes, but for brevity, I think we should move on.
Yeah.
Can he see his ring?
Yeah, all your items are still there and accessible. Because the magic ring does resize because it's a magical ring to fit finger, so it just kind of enlarged itself a little bit.
Gotcha.
Because as a DM, it would be a royal dick move to say, "Congratulations, you are now frozen with all your items." I am a fan of my Faustian bargains, but it's not one of these times.
Cool. He's got a permanent rock skin. I like it. Got to figure out how to get that on my sheet. Is there an armor that is similar?
You can just manually write it in. You should be able to do that.
I think half plate gives pretty much everything the same
Yeah.
way.
And resistance to fire damage, don't forget. As that's what your item, your skin also gives you.
That is nice. Well, he got some better AC. Maybe he won't get hit every time.
Well, what does the party do from here?
Well, we've got the cave to go down to continue our journey, eh? We found it. Trying to remember. We found it over here, wasn't it?
Yep, over there.
All right. Good. So, trying to remember if we fared better going through the quicksand, and then the heat or the geysers.
As long as we don't go through the cold.
Can we get is there like a big dragonfly we can ride on or something to get over this shit?
You know,
No, we
there
left the eagles at home.
Believe it or not, back in book 1, the Isle of Seven Horns, I did describe horse-sized dragonflies that you guys could have tamed. That was one of the ways you could have gotten down the great jumping-off point, is to get flying mounts.
Well, time to restart this campaign.
All right. It only took us a year to get down here. We can get
Okay, who's going to be in the air this time? I'm going to be the grumpy old man.
Sorry, we didn't think to fucking tame the insect.
There's a multitude of options. One of them
I
was
taught
literally
a cockroach to do a flip.
I taught a cockroach to ride a skateboard.
do a flip.
No, he did it just a minute ago.
I love that joke from the Spider-Man movie where it's just people are like, "Yo, do a flip," because that's so real.
So what do you guys think? What's the best path?
Honestly, it's probably through the quicksands, then through the geyser fields.
That's what I think. Do we want to rest here first, though?
Probably rest for the night for sure.
Yeah, you could do a long rest. I'm not going to make you guys roll to jump over the steps of the boiling lava moat in front of this cave, because I just assume with nothing going on that you guys can take like an hour or whatever you need to do it as safely as possible.
Before we do take a rest, would we, since you took it off the map, I imagine there's not really too much of importance, but like exploring the rest of the little cave system that was there, is there like an investigation roll or something to see if there's anything else that turns up in the deeper parts of the cave we hadn't reached?
It's actually not that deep. It's just a few tunnels that are filled with like these quartz-like gems. And the really surprising thing is there are these four-legged elemental crystal-like creatures that just seem to be wandering around these gems and occasionally nestling into ground. They're just kind of an interesting oddity. I don't know why they included them, but they were fun.
They come up, take a bite, see what it tastes.
They seem to just basically ignore you. Is all it is. Hence why
they actually look like elemental things. They don't look like creatures otherwise.
They are definitely made of rock and crystal.
Like basically like crystal spiders.
Yes. If anyone wants to perform a Arcana,
I'm on it.
I do not have that. So I have a lot of skills. I'm only missing like 5, but the ones that I don't have.
They are called crystamals. They are extremely low-level earth elementals, usually coming from the plane of earth, and they hang around crystal caverns and things like that, and kind of have like a weird sort of like feeding on harmonic frequencies of gems. They generally like to defend their territory, but are otherwise just passive elemental beings.
Got it.
Guys, those are just crystals. They're passive elemental beings. Don't worry about it.
So I take it no grabbing any of the crystals. Got it.
Yeah, that would provoke a fight. You would wager that whoever created the rift here, this was probably one of the original signs that this was a place that was close to the elemental planes. Is that elementals were just naturally wandering around in this cave. I will let you guys know, especially with Freya with a 20 Arcana check, that if you ever want to craft magical items in the future, this cave, as even though the rift is closed, it is still the veil between the elemental planes is very thin here, so it counts as a place of power for connection to elemental forces. If you ever want to make magic items here,
Good to know.
Oh, I had the suit idea, but I don't know if we wanted to wait for a better place of power. This one seems to... I don't know. I know it matters based on like the effect, right, where it's made.
yeah, kind of like a thematic overlap depending on what you were trying to do.
But I don't know. Maybe this would be a good one because it's like we're using the heart of the mountain and we got all these earth elementals. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I mean, if
Pretty
you're using
much
something
any
called the
element.
Heart of the Mountain and it's Earth Elemental Central, sounds like a good plan. Now, can we
Wow.
enchant the Book of Drow Erotica I have sitting in my inventory?
Probably not here. I don't think fire and lightning is very much a overlap.
Hey, we
You don't know
keep
what Drow's
shame.
like, yeah.
I don't know if you had anything planned for that combo, so
I wanted to know what you wanted planned. Well, like even if it's not mechanical, but like what in the ballpark you were looking to try to create.
Yeah, so I was talking earlier. I just because there's like residual magic from the heart of the mountain and being used on Fergus, and there being some sort of connection there, it would, I don't know, grant some sort of bonus to do with that. But
Yeah, seems as good a thing as any. And like I said, camping in this place will at least throw our tail off, perhaps, if they're even following us. Would also trap us if they find us, but we want to kill at least one of them.
Also, they try to attack us.
Would,
We literally have a moat of lava to defend us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Thrum would try and detect if any dwarfs or elves are around.
Nope.
Or check his axe to make sure there's not a dragon behind him.
No dragons either.
And I have something else I can check for now.
Aberrations.
Aberrations, which I'm not really sure what those are. Like
no dwarfs, no elves, no dragons. Are we even playing D&D?
No dwarves outside of the ones in the party, of course. So you wanted to create some sort of item that has a direct connection to Fergus, then?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to need some blood for Fergus to fortify the connection.
Hey, Fergus.
Yeah?
Thrum punches you in
Like
the
he's
neck.
completely ignoring the whole situation. What's up?
So I'm working on crafting this magic item, right?
All right. I don't know anything about that, but go on.
Okay, surprise attack, stick him with the needle.
Yep.
Son of a bitch! Blood everywhere.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
All right, so you've got.
just start mumbling. I thought she was one of the better ones. God damn it! Like just nursing my wound.
So, do you just want this to be like an effect item, or do you wanna? Because like you could try to work something into like a full-on connection with your suit, or a new suit, but that would take much longer than what it would take to just create like a like an attuning item or something like that.
I wanted to kind of incorporate it into the suit, yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I don't know how long we want to stay here.
Yeah, because that's really the question, is how long you want to stay here. Because if you wanted to be something a part of your suit, but you want to be connected to Fergus.
Yeah,
And
I'm not sure how
then
you connect to me. With
we
your suit.
contextualize it in one of the 4 elements: air, fire, earth, or water. And lightning is in air, and cold is in water. Had a brain fart there for a second. Because without much difficulty, you could easily do something like tether a low-level spell to it. Like, if you're holding this item, you could use your reaction to activate Hellish Rebuke if Fergus is attacked, for example.
Mhm.
That would be a pretty easy effect. I don't know how that would interact with your suit explicitly, though.
All right. Well, we can just do that. I mean, it's not a big deal.
I mean, I don't wanna like ruin your good time. I'm just honestly, I hadn't thought about this because I've been putting so much work into making the Act 3 stuff ready that I completely slipped my mind to think about this. So
I'm just trying to think of. I'm trying to help too because
out of
because
character.
something that's
open.
connected towards me.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think of something that might like kind of tie in with what they're doing, and my first thought is because I forget, is your Gloomstalker attached to your suit?
Not currently, but I can if I want it to be. But obviously not like in the context of an encounter.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of. I was trying to get ideas for your suit because thinking of maybe like stealing something of what I can do with my bow to kind of tie into the crossbow or something.
Yeah, I just usually use the axe because it's. I mean, I could do ranged, but I have so many hit points.
So here's an idea for you to tie into Fergus: is that if you wanted, you could connect it using Fergus's blood and the elemental to connect it to the element earth. And since your suit is primarily made of stone, you could by attuning yourself to this item in your suit, you could sacrifice some of your temporary hit points to reduce damage to Fergus as a reaction. So you could essentially sacrifice some of your suit's health to take damage that Fergus would take.
Oh yeah, that sounds good to me.
Like thematically, like chunks of your suit would literally be ripped from its body and form a shield in front of Fergus.
Yeah, that's dope.
I'll say I can give a good write-up for this one later. But like off the top of my head, I'm gonna just use the warding bond as a basis, which is essentially as a reaction when Fergus would take damage, you can give him resistance to that damage, but then your suit takes half that damage.
Yeah. All right.
So I can give a full write-up for that. Unlike the last one, this is not going to really require a big like encounter or anything like that. So why don't you give me a intelligence tinker tools test, and we'll just see how many days are going to pass of you working on this.
Okay, intelligence tinker tools.
Okay. It's probably pretty clear to see that you've probably been thinking about what to do, even though that we just came up with this now. But for a while now. So with that 26, you guys will only need to be here for about 2 days, including the day that you fought the elemental, because you got a very high roll there. So I'll just add that to the tracker. But then you can make the item.
How many days did you say?
2 days total.
Okay.
2 days.
Oh man, I just found something that could have worked for what he was trying to do. Maybe not for connecting it to me, but for the elements. I'm just gonna share here because it's cool. But I was just googling something real quick and I saw this: rings of fire, ice, stone, and wind. Basically, just makes a wall of each type depending on the ring. So we literally could have Captain Planet rings. No heart ring, but
maybe you can make that here another time. This place of power certainly isn't going away.
I just saw it and I thought it was funny because we were talking about the elements, all of them and stuff.
So,
Yeah, but I wanted it to be more something that related to you because this is like a
It literally brought me
narratively
back from
important
death.
magic item.
mm,
Oh yeah, works for me.
so what you do is you go deep into the crystal caves. You kneel down and you smooth down the heart of the mountain, and you begin chiseling dwarven runes into it, doing very fine detail work. You then inlay each rune with small samples of Fergus's blood, and then kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Like use magic of the area to kind of form a sealant. So it's like red runes in this black obsidian stone. 2 days total, Richard, including the day that you fought.
Yep, I was just calculating how many days I could add to my tracker for alchemy.
As you are doing this work and you are kind of drawing upon the natural earth elemental magic of this area, Fergus, you just feel like nonstop tingling up and down your spine the entire day, like someone's stepping on your grave.
Yep, goosebumps everywhere.
Yep.
I keep scratching my chest, like what the fuck's going on?
And Freya, when you emerge from the cave with the runestone, I imagine you created already pre-prepared a housing in your suit for it, and you come up and you fit it into the housing, and then you take like a blacksmithing hammer and you cast mend on the stone, and then you just did one swing on it to like hammer it in with a loud hammer on anvil clang. And as you do that, the runes light up for a moment, and right as you hear the clang, like Fergus, your heart like skips a beat for a second.
Oh.
And now your suit has that power as a reaction. I'm not even gonna make it like an attunement thing. I'm gonna say that's just something your suit can do now.
Woo! Oh, Fergus, there might be some side effects.
I just glare at you as I keep scratching my chest.
Nothing big, nothing big. You might have some aches and pains, some tingles. If the suit gets destroyed, I don't know what's going to happen to you. Maybe a sore throat.
It just keeps getting better. I just take a big rock and throw it into the magma, like just frustrated.
All right. With all that settled, on day 96, because it's the next morning after you finish the crafting, the second day there, you guys are fit to be able to get going, if that's what you wish to do.
Don't worry, Fergus. It's going to be so worth it. It's going to be so cool when you see what this thing can do.
I don't know, guys. I think I just want to live in this cave for the rest of my life now. You know, I think we're heading towards the fucking path of least resistance, which is still kind of resistance going through this direction.
Still so much resistance.
All right.
We get to push through to the second day, so we're going to be exhausted no matter what we do.
All right. So first things first, we have Quicksand. You guys do not have to do the survival to spot it because you know it will be there. So DC strength saving throws all around.
Good old flat 0 roll. I didn't do too bad, honestly.
I rolled.
You rolled a 13. Nulgrim rolled a 10. All right.
But I will do Flash of Genius to add 5.
Okay. I'll say as a collective save roll, because that's a rule I keep forgetting is a thing. You guys don't lose any supplies to the Quicksand to escape this cave.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that too. Where like if you're doing a group save thing, it's like if the sum total of saves equals more than half the party or something.
Yeah, something like
But
that.
a natural 1 counts as 2 failures, a natural 20 counts as 2 successes.
I'm trying to remember that's a thing because it generally does make it easier to dole out punishment.
It's hard to keep track of some of that stuff.
Yep.
I mean,
Either way.
we play like 2 systems regularly, and we do other ones on the side. So.
Mm-hmm. Second round of Quicksand.
Ooh. To shreds.
Yep, that's enough for everyone to succeed there. So to the geysers, as you guys arrive, you notice that though there are still definitely geysers, there are way less going off in rapid succession. It seems like, and the sulfur pots are not bubbling quite as much. It seems that when you sealed the rift in the Earth's wound, the volcanic activity has calmed way down. And it's worth theorizing that some of the weird elemental stuff, like the really hot areas, really cold areas, and the random underground tornadoes, might not be happening anymore because you've stabilized the elemental imbalance. So mechanically, that means rather than costing the geyser field being a DC 20 dex save, it is now a DC 12.
Oh, that's a slight difference.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I miss? I missed something when he said something.
DC from the geyser fields dropped from 20 to 12.
And it's a dex save.
Yeah, because we closed the rift.
Oh, of course, the one good save I roll shitty.
All right.
I'll Flash of Genius for a stat 5.
All right. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. Because I just gave the explanation why.
She has Flash of Genius. I have a Flash of Tactics.
Yeah, because Thrum aided it. All those tornadoes, Thrum aided.
And then, all right, so let's see here. I was just setting that up. Looks like with the Flash of Genius, enough of you succeeded. So you guys managed to get here.
And that's when we take up a rest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what does the day and night cycle matter to us in this case? Like, we can barely see any light at this point.
All right, let's see here. Pretty sure. I'm just quickly rolling something.
I'm sure the rest of our journey will go smoothly with no hiccups or problems.
No random encounters this rest.
I got a good feeling about it. I think we're clear.
Day 97. Or 97 of Act 2. It's actually day 276. You're over a half a year.
I forgot to roll for the ring a couple times, so I'm just going to do that really quick in succession for the 3 days. 2 in the cave, 1 for traveling. Okay, it's back up to full, so. Sorry, carry on.
So I assume you guys are going to be going into this tunnel here?
Sounds like it. I mean, at this point, the only other way we see would probably be heading towards that direction we know is caved in, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're going this way now because I accidentally revealed it early.
Secret tunnel through the mountain.
All right.
Secret tunnel.
Okay. So you guys go up a small natural ramp and go into the far darker, far cooler, and far damper caves of the classical Underdark tunnels, leaving the volcanically active area and the jungle beyond it behind. How is everyone feeling and your thoughts on you're now leaving the Earth's wound.
The hard part's over. It's all downhill from here, baby.
Glad that we were able to ease her pain. We're
Are you
leaving it
sure I
better
can't
than
go
we
back to
found
the
it.
elf community? They had sunlight, like natural sunlight.
No, we
Sure.
need someone with royal blood to puppet around, Fergus.
Sure, Fergus. All you have to do is slip away from your family with stealth and then cross the volcanic zone and the dinosaur-infested jungle filled with drow looking for you by yourself.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Local dwarf found dead after 5 seconds of trying.
Yeah, you see, I just saved that ring for every time something might attack me, and I just book it the fuck out of there. It's got to get me at least halfway there.
Oh man, I love that. Sorry, this is a tangent. I was interrupting your thought, Kenneth. I apologize. I was just remembered a Robot Chicken sketch where it was Captain Planet and the Planeteers wanted to be eco-terrorists and assault the Capitol. And then they cut to a news report that's like, the Planeteers this morning showed no mercy for a full 5 seconds before an overweight security guard shot and killed each and every one of them.
Yeah, no. Tesla's thinking ahead. We have heard. What was it? Something C.
Yes, that there is a secret door into Dammerhall on the far side of the area called the Sunless Sea in a region known as the Sea of Ghosts.
Yeah, the Sea of Ghosts. That's what I was thinking.
That's what the helmet
Yeah.
tells you.
Yeah, that's what I also was thinking. We heard it, but I couldn't remember. It's been a while.
Yep.
I wondered how much of a sea and if there are actually ghosts on the sea. And where we're going to get a boat if it is a sea.
Don't we have the folding boat still?
We do. We do. I forgot about that as well.
Do we have the submarines still?
Who are you people? What are you doing in my house? No, we could not fold the submarine. That much I know.
It wasn't a folding submarine. God damn it.
It wasn't a yellow submarine either.
Roll to make it folded.
So how's Nilgrim and Freya doing?
Nolgrim was glad to be out of a place that was just so chaotic.
Cautiously optimistic. We've been pretty lucky so far, but then again, the person that we're gonna put up as king almost died, and we're out of revives, and we're kind of before the mission even starts. We're not even there yet. So cautiously optimistic, maybe.
Cautiously optimistic or optimistically cautious?
Optimistically pessimistic.
Ooh, I like it. Best case scenario, I can think of the worst things that could happen. So we'll be fine? No, we're as good as dead. I'm certain of it. I have good feelings about our chances of dying. Well, I got a future character idea in there. Anyway.
You're welcome. You can pay me my royalties.
I'll send you a candy bar.
For real?
Do you want one?
For real?
I can give you the
He works at
Costco.
Costco.
I can give you the Costco employee discount of 0% off.
Do you at least get free membership to Costco?
No,
Wow, that sucks.
Can you
I mean,
shoplift?
no. They give me health care, so I don't complain that hard.
Yeah, that's
Healthcare for a part-time job. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair trade.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair trade.
Yeah. So I imagine you guys spend your second hex of the day continuing to move down the caves. Tunnel.
Most likely. Dare I even say yes?
Whoa, it keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
How's our food supplies, by the way?
Endless with Kenneth.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
we're just
we've been
slowly eating Kenneth.
Not Taskell. The
Kenneth.
actual player Kenneth. And the PCs are cannibalizing a random human.
Yes, okay, I need to lose weight anyway.
So we're trapped in the desert, and no one through the course of our levels has ever prepared any food-making spells, but I can regrow your limbs 1 time per day. So it
I'll remember.
stands to reason.
Remember that Halloween short we watched, Loki? About the guy trapped on the sandbar? That just started
Oh,
eating
yeah,
his own
yeah,
limbs?
yeah. Yep.
It was supposed to be so horrifying because he was like chopping off parts of his legs to eat it so he wouldn't starve to death. And it was like they're trying really hard to set up this really dreadful tension of this guy slowly going insane, literally cannibalizing himself. And then I chimed in saying, just off camera, there's a pile of shit the size of his legs.
Yep.
Somewhere in that island, there's a One Piece joke about Sanji's teacher / chef
Oh yeah.
who eats his own leg and gives Sanji all the food.
Mm-hmm. But we gotta wait for Netflix to make a live-action version of that so Cope can watch it.
Mm-hmm. And then we can do our One Piece game. I already have my entire character figured out. He is going to be a brawler cook who's a fish man who talks like Macho Man Randy Savage and is visually based after a cuttlefish.
They are making a live-action version, Cope.
Oh God!
I had
No, they
thought
remind
about
me.
prompting him to watch, the actual Cowboy Bebop, because apparently I think Netflix has the rights for that as well.
Yep, it's on there as well.
Honestly, you didn't even have to watch One Piece. Like, honestly, what was it? Pirate Warriors 3, the game on Steam, pretty much has the entire story up to like most of the time skip out already. And it just kind of summarizes it in neat and clean, so Cope doesn't have to watch 100 or 1,000 episodes worth of an anime.
No, that's me with
Or
Naruto.
300
I
chapters.
never watched Naruto all the way. I bought all of the Ninja Storm games, and let me tell you, I know the entire plot of Naruto.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Yeah, you're not. I watched up until there was a part in the time skip that had to do with Gaara again, and I got through that, and then I stopped because I'm like, I just can't do it anymore.
I got bored of watching the anime, started reading the manga, and it was about to the start of the Ninja War when I got bored of that too, and then I just read the conclusion on Wikipedia and I went home. They were dumb. Everyone was dumb.
Everyone was
all
They
dumb.
were dumb.
Yep.
It was one of those manga that relied heavily on people aren't just going to communicate to each other and say shit they need to say. So it's going to just be like, oh, I'm misunderstanding this. I'm misunderstanding this.
Also, I love the bit where they just casually forgive a character who committed war crimes just because they like him.
The fact that's what I thought, right? Because we should probably get back to the game, but Sasuke is a fucking horrifying war criminal.
Oh yeah.
And you're telling me he's just allowed to live in this village? He's just allowed to.
And he's just like one of the bros again at the end of it.
Yeah. I'm like, whoa.
He's not a bro. He's an international terrorist.
I know. I think some of the people they fought were less criminals than he was.
Yeah.
They also forgave the guy, the mad scientist that caused him to be a war criminal.
Yeah. Sorry, this is a big shot tangent, and for poor Cope, this is all going over his head, but I just have to get out. You guys remember at the start of the Naruto, remember fucking Zabuza, the guy with the sword?
Yeah.
That dude, did nothing wrong.
He was
in
an
comparison.
assassin, that's all it was.
Yeah.
He didn't commit war crimes, he's like, I killed people. But so does fucking everyone else in that fucking universe.
Okay, but you are going, he did nothing wrong. He was just an assassin.
No, I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but I'm saying
in a world of ninjas.
comparing him to Sasuke, he was a lot better than Sasuke it was by the end of it.
That's why I said he did nothing wrong in comparison.
I agree with Richard.
Anyway.
We gotta wait for them to make a live-action version of Naruto, so Cope can watch it.
Mm-hmm. I hear the live-action Phoenix Wright actually wasn't bad.
And it's got to be free on Netflix.
Yeah, it's gotta be free on Netflix.
It's free on Netflix when I pay my monthly subscription.
One of the Japanese live-action Death Note movies has an actually pretty good alternate ending.
Anyway.
You know what was surprised before we get back?
no.
I think that was surprisingly good live action. If anyone has ever watched that anime called Great Teacher Onizuka,
Nope.
It's a funny show. I think you would enjoy it. But they made a live action version of like a movie version of it, and it was pretty good.
We need to do a short campaign in Mutants and Masterminds or something that's all anime themed. And I know since Cope knows nothing about anime, he can just be the guy that was transported from our real world who knows nothing about anime. And he's just a normal man. And he's like, what the fuck is going on?
No. Let me tell you. You just sparked a great idea in my head. A game of Mutants and Masterminds. But these little tangent conversations we have, that's just all in character.
So it's basically just an entire campaign of us having that conversation from Rune Lords where we were discussing Emmanuel's parentage as we were getting ready to fight for our lives.
Right.
That was a great end to that session.
That was. We were all so genuinely invested in character and like, well, hold on, let's figure this out.
We have to address this. Is his father a literal like demigod, or is it just like an angel baby fucking thing, or what's going on?
Like, listen, we fight giants every day. It's not every.
Pledger, is your mom or their dad? Is your mom or your dad the angel?
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys make it this far, and you decide to camp for another rest.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So far, quiet. It would seem as though the Drow caravan, if they were tracking you, lost your trail. Almost as if someone was rolling in secret and know nothing but fucking 4s and 2s. I was generally rolling for it and then never got a good roll.
Just goes to show how good of trackers they are.
I guess.
Nana boo boo, stick your head in doo doo, baby.
They see we didn't stick our feet in doo doo. That's why they couldn't track us.
We just suck in quicksand over and over and over again.
Yeah,
quicksand. You can't track quicksand.
Anyways, continuing on our quest.
On the last shift of watch, Milgram, Iago, and Taskell. Iago's looking around. He has his magic eye patch, which gives him dark vision. But he says in common, you know, I probably should have enjoyed what little sun there was back in the wound there. Appreciate it a little bit more.
Hey. No telling how far we'll have to go before we see it again.
Well, only way out through the breach, eh?
You ever think about how good of a battery it would be? Just me? Okay.
The breach?
The sun.
What's a battery?
Oh, never mind.
Someday, Freya will find a friend.
Freya is a couple generations too soon for all that.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I played the Ratfolk engineer who saw gunpowder and predicted ICBMs. Yeah, it says, well, you said this city of yours has surface exits, so faster we find it, faster I can report back to my superiors and maybe actually get a week off.
Twas the heart of dwarven civilization. The roads still hold, though they're not in particularly good shape. But you should be able to make your way back once we reach it.
Malcolm's looking down at his map and just thinking we almost mapped out the entire area. Almost.
So close. Like, I think the thing that haunts him the most is this spot right here.
Right.
Man, that's where the ancient Mayan temple dungeon was too.
We must turn back.
We all look up. He's just walking back. Can't stop.
You finally walk into some random patch of the forest, and you're like, "You happy now, Milgram?" And we see from his perspective, he just gets that Xbox achievement unlocked, completely explore the Earth's wound. He's like, "Yes." Anyway, yeah, I'll go. Keep tangenting. We'll get to the plot. I promise soon. He says, "I've heard a few dwarves in taverns speak of Dammerhall. It's not something that they really teach much about in Corsiconia. You say it's the center of civilization, but all I've ever heard is a city somewhere in the mountains."
It was the greatest of the old dwarf holds. Till one day, a calamity fell upon it. The stories are a bit muddled as to what actually happened, but it scattered the dwarves to the winds, and you can tell how much we like that.
I've met several that find work in Corsiconia that seem to be making good for themselves. Your people's skill in masonry and blacksmithing always fetches top coin in our cities.
As it should. I'm drawing a few blanks on stuff. It was basically the capital of Dwarven civilization, wasn't it?
Yeah, each dwarven city-state has its own king, but the king of Dammerhall was the high king of all dwarves, as it was the greatest city, and it was kind of the center of an impromptu empire. Way before Corsiconia was founded.
The lad over there, if I recall correctly, spent some time amongst your nation of Corsiconia. Though I myself haven't, other than coming through by ship.
He doesn't seem too excited to be on this expedition. If I did not see the family resemblance, I would suspect that being a hostage.
The boy is still a youth, and if we're right, it will be thrusting a great responsibility onto his shoulders. I'd worry for someone who wasn't feeling some trepidation at the prospect. But he does have a good head on his shoulders and seems to be relatively smart. Sometimes wonder. We're reclaiming our past, but what kind of future will we be building out of it? Nod over to the sleeping Freya.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter has all sorts of interesting ideas, mixing both our ancient stuff and tidbits she's picked up here and there. As you said, we're renowned for our stone and metal work, but with metal, you never quite know the properties of an alloy until you've mixed it. I can only hope we come up with something that blends the two together for the benefit of our kind and any we would call friend.
That's lofty burden to think about. I wish to say words of comfort, but I don't have many. I'm just a simple soldier.
We can only do what we can do. Mortal and tiny though we are.
Any world where we can hang up our weapons and pick up a farming plow, that's a better world if you ask me.
Aye. Though, there is a saying that to secure peace one must be prepared to fight. Fear there will never be an age in which there isn't a need for at least town guards, if not full-on soldiers.
Well, of course, without town guards, who would contain all the drunkards? And I guess Nulgrim's just been staring at his map like it knows some money this entire time.
Just one more tile.
Pretty much. Nulgrim would have. The conversation was pretty well on hand. So Nulgrim really didn't have much to contribute.
Well, with that, we move on to the next day. As close as it can get down here.
Hi-ho.
Now, can I make a portable sundial that works even without sun?
By
That
definition,
can
no.
that be a magical item?
Tell you what, you can make a sundial and then shine a torch on it, and it can be whatever time of day you want it to be. Is that okay, buddy?
He's been down here so long he thinks he can control time.
I am a god! He's just running around a sundial with a torch.
Like, watch me, I'm rewinding time.
I gotta get
more
those.
laps.
I gotta get those 40 years back somehow.
Hey, I have the diamonds for a greater restoration once Taskle can cast it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, this tile has a dot.
Yep, that marks as it begins to slope and twist downwards as you go deeper into the earth.
Oh, a save point.
Yep. This is the end of Act 2, and on literally the 100th day of Act 2, the final day, or actually that was the 99th, day 1 would be in Act 3, you will be moving on to a new map. So
I'll never be able to fully uncover this one.
So, just for the metrics for you, Act 2 was 99 days, 14 months, or 14 weeks, or 3.3 months, and it was about 1/4 of a year.
And that was all of Act 1 and 2, or just
That was
Act
all
2?
of Act 2. In total,
So after the jumping off point.
your expedition has been 279 days since
So
you
about a
first
year?
entered. About a year, yeah.
Like almost, not quite a year, but like it's pushing close to a year.
According to my month, if every month had 30 days, it's 0.7 of a year.
Okay, so about 2/3,
Mhm.
almost. Cool beans.
Yep. All right. So you will notice that the map's art style will change slightly because this is the one I made myself. It's a bit less detailed, but screw it. These things take a long time and had a lot to plan, so you'll just have to deal with it. It doesn't have fancy rock textures and shit like that. So I will move your token.
Does it have 40 black mushroom shapes?
No, you will be happy to know.
It has 30.
I feel like we've just begun a new leg of our journey.
Does the whole floating sign that says Act 3 that passed by us on their way down
It's,
here pointed out to you?
As if some arbitrary milestone has just been met.
So
All
far it's
right.
not too dissimilar.
Yep. I try to do my best. The tunnel widens out as you have gone down. And just so you know, you're heading this direction. Here, I'll just do this so you can tell that this is the edge of the map real quick.
All right, am I missing something? Are we on a different map?
I
Bottom
just
left corner.
I shift click you guys.
You did.
Yeah, you did, but
might
he
have-
maybe just didn't get
I
I'll
was
do it
moving
again.
around.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
So you've gone deeper into the earth, to be clear as well. So this is like the past 3 days of that tunnel has been sloping downwards, deeper into the earth, kind of spiraling downwards. So this is one of the 2 hexes you get of this day. You came from this direction, and so this direction is forward. So I will start feeling the next one.
I gotta say, it feels good to be back in the close wall paths and deep cold instead of that humid forest.
So you're in this wide tunnel here, and as you are rounding this bend, the wide tunnel continues on this direction, and you see there's a narrower tunnel. Basically, it's only about like 4 or 5 feet wide. You guys are familiar with like the 3 tunnel sizes I've been using. This is not the extremely narrow one, but it's the smaller one that seems to be going off this direction.
And Logrum, what's your hat say?
Nogrim would check with the head and see if it knows the map of this area and which direction leads where.
Gryffindor, wrong hat.
Yes. I, as a magic piece of apparel, deem this child to be evil.
This one is the evil child.
Yes. Someone made
No,
a
it's
parody of
magic racism.
it. Someone made a parody of that. I'm sorry, was one of the flavors of houses just evil? It does not know the actual layout of this area. It says it in its like Siri-esque.
Mhm.
Information inconclusive. No geographical knowledge is available at this time.
So like we're on our own with this one.
The last like 3 days, it's just been continuously rerouting.
God damn it, no.
I wish you still had that bad.
Pulling a coin. Well, luck says to the right.
Is
Thorm's
there any
still
sort
doing.
of signs of like foot traffic? I mean, I imagine it's a stone, but there might be dust.
Someone could give me a survival.
Thorm's gonna be meditating if you want to do it.
16.
Unfortunately, in these Stark, 19 is close, but still not quite. In these Stark stone walls, it's difficult to tell anything.
Oh, did they get stone?
No, it's just they did survival to try to find like tracks or something like that.
What was
And
it called? The dwarves
Stone
get?
cutting,
Let me show
but
you guys
they,
how it's done.
but they wanted to find tracks or indication, and that's definitely not a stone
Yeah.
cutting thing.
That's what we all
I'm
rolled
still
16.
having Thrum do detect 3 times a day when they get up.
Yep.
We'll get up and then I guess midday meal and then when they go down. He's going to detect here.
You detect nothing.
All right. He'll do a survival too.
Yep, similarly inconclusive. It's purely just what you choose to do the next day.
And is this the tunnel that was hidden, or is this like just continuing on the same path?
Which one?
Like when you said that there was like when we went down that tunnel like on the last map,
Mhm.
it was eventually like we had information that was going to break off into a tunnel that was like hidden, obscured. Is this that tunnel, or is this...
No, the tunnel that you're looking for that leads you into Dammerhall is somewhere in the area known as the Sunless Sea. You guys just walk down one normal tunnel that is supposed to lead towards the Sunless Sea.
Gotcha. My opinion is we should try the narrower pathways then before we go into the major one, on the off chance that the major one has heavy foot traffic of drow in case we have to backtrack into a smaller tunnel to escape like a caravan or something from seeing us. Because I know that you said like going down this way it also leads towards their city.
That was the drow trade road was a different tunnel. That was back towards the great jumping off point.
Gotcha. I thought this is also a path that led to it too. So.
I mean, it might be, but this was just the only other non-caved-in way out of the Earth's Wound.
Gotcha. Okay, then I don't know what I'm talking about. So, y'all can pick a direction, we'll go for it.
Yeah, I just went ahead and assumed you guys went to the next day, so...
Dude.
Your guys' call?
My vote is to the left because I like the narrower tunnel. But we can also go this way, I'm fine with either.
Left works for me.
That's 2 for left, 1 for right.
I think the bigger tunnel is going to be more likely to lead to Dammerhall.
Okay. Freya, you decide.
Michael, yeah.
We shall head.
All right, does everyone else hear the drums? Drums in the deep.
Yeah, I like the idea that you guys are in like a big huddle, like taking a vote on left or right, and there's just like the other 3 companions off to the side, leaned up against the wall, and Ivy leans over to Iago and says, "Man, the suspense is killing me." And then there's a pause, and Iago says, "You do still know I don't understand what word you're saying is." And then Ivy says, "Yeah, me too."
Right.
She has spoken.
Just yell back, Ivy, you should try to teach them how to speak your language. Might help.
We don't have a common language at all.
That's why it would help.
I'm just saying, if the people above ground have a common, I think the people below ground should too.
Almost like an undercommon.
Underground common language? That's impossible.
All right, so you guys are going to go this direction then.
If that's what Freya's vote was for, yeah.
Yep. Let's go.
Damn, we almost had a vote of young versus old again.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look.
Which
Hey,
I
there it is.
really liked because that means old never wins.
All right, so I've got something I literally wrote like 3 years ago before we started this campaign that I am going to read out because I was pretty proud of it.
So you don't want us to interrupt you a bunch of times.
Let's get it out now then. Boo, hiss, boo.
Cope, I will find your house in real life, knock on your door, and shoot you with a fire extinguisher.
Get off the stage. Boo.
Could you imagine that though? Just Cope hears a knock on his door and he opens it up and I just spray him with a fire extinguisher. I'm just like,
Clown.
told you I'd
Walk
get
away,
you, and I
like-
just walk away.
No, you just save it for when we ever have a real life meetup. You
Yeah.
just wait for Cope
No,
and
no,
you
that's
just
got.
hose him down.
Yeah, I bring a fire extinguisher through airport security and they're like, "Sir, what's this?" I said, "Someone talked some shit." And I'm like, "That's understandable."
The prophecy has been
Thank you.
fulfilled.
Safety first.
I pulled the magic fire extinguisher from the stone.
Yeah, that reminds me of one of my favorite bits from the critic. Aren't you guys a little heavily armed for caterers? We took the subway. Aren't you a little lightly armed for the subway?
All right, so as you guys come out into this tunnel, this is what I read. In your travels thus far, you have seen many great caverns. The fungal jungle was impressive in its size and otherworldly beauty. The earth wound was inspiring in its unique primordial grandeur. But as you exit yet another tunnel, your mind struggles to grasp the sheer scope of the realm before you. The cavern floor below you gently angles downwards until it meets the utterly still, inky black water before you. The transition between the two would have been utterly undetectable if not for your dark vision. But beyond is simply nothing. The motionless water reflects no light, only darkness. The cavern walls and ceiling are simply too far away to be seen. Even if you look at the water at your feet, you cannot see your own reflection, as there is no light to reflect at all, or possibly ever, and your dark vision offers no change. The instinctive part of your mind screams to you at the size of this place, but your conscious thoughts are unable to pierce the notion that there is simply nothing there, like a night sky without stars or moon. Darkness has been no stranger on your travel, but neither has it felt so oppressive. The dark waters seem to consume sound, leaving an almost supernatural hush that makes the tunnels from which you came seem loud by comparison. Like a child afraid to sleep without a candle lit, you resist the urge to create some sort of source of light simply to root yourself in the feeling that you actually exist. Welcome to the Sunless Sea.
All right, so left.
Yeah, let's go back and try that again. I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Though, it is a smaller corridor. I'm curious if there's anything living down that way.
Yeah,
We know
plus,
that somewhere down here is the Drow Society, right?
no, I asked that question before. It's maybe.
It's a maybe.
Yeah, so you are technically in this hex. There's like a little stone beach you see here on the map. I'll just move you
Yeah.
to the center, even though that you're not on there.
I see it.
Mhm.
Since this is supposed to be an expansive body of water, and that seems troubling underground where we can't see where we're traveling, I do think we should probably backtrack and just make sure that there's not something we should view down that other hallway before we begin our ocean journey, which, granted, that post-death scene of me looking at a body of water wistfully now comes back to haunt me in the most worst kind of way.
I forget. It's the 120 dark vision a thing for D&D deep gnomes, or okay, so she should probably be on lookout, even though we have the we have what is currently serving as a scope for the Night Stalker.
Well, no, we had the Night Stalker, and we also have a spyglass.
Yep, two separate things.
Yeah, I have the spyglass on me, and he has the Gloomstalker. So.
All right, so what's the call? Because you guys could pop out your folding boat and get this crazy train off, or you could turn back and go back to the crossroads, and that'll be your day today.
Take me to the crossroads.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
going to backtrack, so I'm up for doing it now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, especially considering we're going to be on that big boat. We're going to have to be we are going to have to be rowing that thing and everything.
Yeah, let's enjoy one more day.
I just look at Iago like, I hope you don't mind physical labor, because we have a boat and it requires some paddling.
Well, have to pay for my ride somehow, I suppose. It's no worries. We fought a giant demon and a sentient lava slide, so I think I can handle rowing at this point.
Yeah, if you travel with us, you gotta pay for your own way. Unless you're a big, dumb, stupid cow, then you just take up room the whole time or whatever.
Hey, that's rude. Thrum is right there.
It was delicious.
That's off to Etsy.
Etsy.
All right.
What was her name?
Whatever we name that cow.
So you go back, and that's that day. I'll just go ahead and bump us up to the next one.
I'm just like talking to you. I'm like, You think the demon's bad? I don't even want to know what big ass thing probably lives in that lake. I mean, I've seen I've heard of sea monsters, but can you imagine how gross and disgusting they look underground?
Not
Imagine an anglerfish.
Now we've seen some back when we had the Unterblad, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Which
Oh,
begs
yeah,
the question:
that was almost
does
carried
this,
off. That was
water body of water? Do you think it connects to the water source above in the shroom forest?
Doubtful.
We could always listen for a waterfall sound, I imagine.
Yeah, if
It'd
you
be
guys
drifting
remember,
through.
the lake at the center of the fungal jungle was being fed by a waterfall in the cavern ceiling that landed on that island you guys went to.
Got it.
I imagine it keeps dripping on down.
All right. So the next day, you guys gonna go exploring the other way?
Yep.
All right.
Hi-ho.
You enter a far less comfortably roomy tunnel that zigs and zags back and forth as it progresses.
Actually, could we take a quick bio?
Oh, sure, no problem.
I'm sure this will be a good time before we stumble across something.
I'll go get some water.
Mhm.
Brave demon slaying adventurer is scared of a little water.
Hey, you see, we can kill the demon. It's going to be a lot harder to kill the ocean.
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
Mm-hmm. Suppose I was right, and the luck towards our goal was right.
Mm-hmm.
And then none of us wanted to get in the water. Didn't know it was going to be as big when they described it.
They only called it the sea. I mean, I see it, but
Can't see it all.
I know I asked this like a million times ago, but what's the range on your primeval awareness? It's like 5 miles?
I think so.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm back.
Just good to know for the future.
How many miles is a
5
hex?
miles.
12.
12, okay.
So even just this one that you've only seen here, that's already a good deal of water.
That's farther than you can see.
Oh, yeah. And unlike the Lake of Violet Mist back in the fungal jungle, because that one had like clouds of glowing spores above and over it, so even though that it was like a very large lake in itself, it felt more manageable because you could see light, so you could kind of gauge distance. This is just like an infinite wall of darkness in every direction. Like descending the Great Jumping Off Point, but you don't have that reassuring feeling of the air moving to let you know that you're going down.
I'm back.
Yeah, I feel like it's more like space. You're just
Mhm.
you just being black nothingness with no walls around you.
Did I miss anything?
No, I was just talking
We
about
found a rocket ship.
Mm-hmm. It had Elton John.
I was gonna say, are you going on a trip on your favorite rocket ship?
Rocket man.
Elton John and David Bowie.
Then we know we've gone down the right path.
So, Loki, Richard, Co, I think Kenneth. Did we lose Michael at all, or is
Still here.
okay? Cool. So, are we ready to resume?
I think so.
All
Do
right.
we have a Loki?
I will
Yeah, I'm here.
reveal the next hex.
As we proceed down the Bindi corridor.
Mm-hmm.
It bends some more.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it.
It's sloping a bit upwards now. Do you wish to spend the next day? Yes. Do you want to spend the next day?
Yes, let us fabulous forward.
Yes. Men, feather boas at the ready. All right. So keep it moving.
Yep.
All right.
And now I'm just imagining a fire kineticist being as flamingly homosexual as possible.
Write that down. Write that one down.
Every time he snaps his finger, little sparks happen.
I got a great idea for a different character earlier today, but I'm not going to say it here because it's something that I would need to coordinate in secret with the game master, but it would be quite fun.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to do it in one of the APs because it's very manageable, but it would be great.
Continuing our way down into the large intestine.
So this is sloping a little bit upwards now.
We're actually going up a tapeworm right now.
Yeah.
So you exit the narrow tunnel and you're maybe 10 feet off the ground of a very large and wide tunnel. Thankfully you're not that high up, so you're able to see. Even from this distance, you can tell that this area is the floor of it seems unnaturally flattened.
Major roadway then.
Yeah. And
I'm
just
going to try and detect.
yeah, you can go ahead. And then you do not currently detect any drow. But you guys do see faintly around the bend down the tunnel, the faint flicker of what looks like maybe some sort of purple pinkish light, which is definitely fairy fire. Nothing coming towards you, but
There's no sign or anything that says this way, Dammerhall.
I mean, if you want to hop out of the tunnel and go exploring around farther around, you can try to see if there's anything.
Be a bit of a task
Ivy.
climbing back up.
Can
I mean, it's
Ivy
only
see?
it's 10 feet.
Yeah.
My descriptions right now are kind of including what she is able to see.
Could be another gnome outpost.
It's possible. But at the same time, could be more drow.
I was muted. I was saying if it is a drow, gnome settlement, it's probably heavily influenced, if not under the thumb of the drow.
Hey.
I feel like we should turn back to the water.
Best to go unseen at this point.
Yeah, unfortunately, I agree. But it was nice to make sure that we knew where we were going.
So you guys think this is like a major like roadway kind of? I mean, we're probably going to run into drow if we go this way.
100%.
I mean, that drow trade road you guys found before had to go somewhere.
Okay, yeah, let's head back to the water.
All
The
right.
less drow we see on this journey, the better.
So you guys want to double time back, or are you gonna just camp right here on the edge?
I would feel more comfortable double timing back.
Yeah, double time back.
Let's
Get a
put
little
some
tired.
distance.
All right.
Rewind time.
Thrum, do you think you could, might be a little paranoid, but see if you could cover our tracks towards the entrance there, just so nobody gets curious by some odd chance they happen across it?
It's not a bad idea. Spend a little time trying to hide the tracks.
Sure. Give me a survival.
I think Rangers have something that the group they're traveling with can't
Yeah, I
be tracked.
believe both you and Fergus have it where you can't be tracked except by like magical means like scrying and shit.
Yeah. So he'll just put that in thematically.
Mhm.
Terrible roll. We throw some dust on it. Should be good.
Pulls out a piece of bread, crumples it. There. He'll be too distracted by the delicious bread. I'll just leave a couple of these in our path. All right.
Back down. We're going to the bladder.
All right. 1, 2. Guys want to push it or just keep going at a more leisurely pace?
I think
We can go to
we're good.
leisurely pace. That
Yeah.
way, by the time we get to the edge of the water, we can rest for the night and then start off fresh on the next day.
Make it a
Alright.
nice jaunt.
A trot, even.
Okay. So you haven't run into anything in these tunnels yet, but you do get back to the edge of the Sunless Sea. Yep, you're back looking into the abyss.
Dare I say, even a pace.
Is there? I can't tell the name there. Does this little lip continue around a bit, or is that just the? Okay.
Nope,
no,
that's
never
pretty much it.
mind. Okay.
Of course, now we got a big decision to make: is if we want to stay near the walls, which wall, or do we want to sail out in hopes of hitting another beach and not a wall?
I think I feel comfortable sticking along the wall, and preferably one that's further away from the path, just in case if this opens up into as a water source for a dwarven or a Drowian city. Drow? Drow? Is it just Drow? I think it's
Just drow.
Just
Yeah,
Drow. Just Drow City.
They're like it's like
Dro. I like Drowinian.
Drowsylvanian.
Drowinian.
Well, too bad. It's actually a horrible slur.
Let's see here. All right, so in your handouts, I should have just shared something with you there. I can hit show players real quick so you guys can see it. That is your folding boat.
Ah, cool.
It's got a little character sheet attached to it, but that guys don't really roll for it, so it's not really a problem. It's just
Yeah,
for
how
mine.
big is this boat?
It is
25 by
25 feet
10.
by 10 feet.
Okay.
10 feet at its widest point, I'll have you know.
Okay.
Not
you-
a big boat.
And
has
doesn't it have like a lower floor though too?
Yeah, it's not like the roomiest thing, especially with like the big mech suit and stuff, but it is, you can fit all your shit on there.
Although I feel like the mech would probably be pretty well suited to row. I mean, its size, you could probably handle 2 of the rows, right? With the oars.
We just set it up on the deck with a pair of big oars like it's an oil boat.
Right.
So just
I
so you
see.
guys know, its speed 15 feet per turn, 3 miles per hour. Now when it says 3 hexes per 24 hours, that's if you all row 24 hours nonstop back to back. That's not rushing. So if you actually want to be able to rest, then you move half that in a day, which would be 3 hexes. Because normally, if you had
Pretty good
more,
movement.
if you had more crew, because at minimum 4 rowers, then you could work at 24 hours a day. But you don't have that.
Well, there are 8 of us, right? Because there are 5 of us, and then I guess maybe Ivy can row, and then Diego.
However,
And,
someone also needs to be steering the ship
Yeah.
with the
Does
rudder.
the argument that the suit does the work of 2 men persuade you?
No.
It's machines. It's what they do.
Yeah, but you still
Although
have to
when
be
we
inside an
sleep, when we sleep and somebody keeps watch, would it be light work to steer?
Okay, let me just fully break down the rules I wrote.
Okay.
There are 3 positions on board the ship.
Mhm.
There is where did I write what it was?
Missionary.
Yeah, the driver, the crew, and the spotter.
That really got me, Cope.
All right, I need to buy a fire extinguisher from There are 3 roles. There is the driver, the crew, and the spotter. You can only have 1 role at a time. The driver determines where the ship is going and has certain skill checks. Usually it is going to use your proficiency if you are proficient in ships or watercraft, which I do not think any of you are. You can still use it, you just won't get a bonus for any of the skill rolls I'll have you do. The crew are usually manned with the locomotion of the ship, so in this case that would be rowing. And the spotter is the person that is the lookout.
Isn't Freya able to like basically change her tool proficiencies and basically she could take on watercraft as a proficiency?
No, I don't.
No.
I can't affect my. I can create tools. I can't
create tools. Okay.
Yeah.
proficiency.
Correct.
So I can create tools that I'm not proficient with, but I can't become proficient with those tools.
So
Like, it depends on what skill we're using for the watercraft then, since none of us trained in it.
It's just going to be a flat ability check depending on what the situation is. Maybe like a wisdom if you're using your judgment, or a strength if you're trying to really maneuver the rudder hard against the current or something like that. That'll all be situational. And you can all swap around as ever you want. Your decision now does not have to be your decision forever. But keep in mind that the 3 roles are separate for a reason, as you cannot be doing any of the other 2 while you're doing another one. So if you're rowing, that means you're not on lookout using your passive perception. And if you are steering, then you're not rowing.
Okay.
I'll take a seat at the rowing.
Yeah, I should definitely be on lookout, since I think I have, looking at the camping notes, I think I have the best passive perception.
And
All
All right, who wants to
spyglass.
drive?
I think I'll row.
I can drive if we want.
I was gonna say my vote is having Freya drive, because she knows how to
You've been
pilot that
driving
giant
something
mech
the
thing.
whole time. Yeah.
Also, I think Thrum would be better at rowing. To be
Yeah,
fair.
rowboat, giant meg, basically the same thing.
Well, you have more experience at driving things than Thrum does. He can barely drive his own 2 feet.
Yeah, I agree. It transfers over perfectly.
I mean, she knows how to drive a stick.
I can't tell if that's a sexist joke or not.
After I said it, I thought, that could have been a sexist joke.
We're gonna go with no because we're family members.
Mhm.
Well, technically, the 2 you aren't.
Yeah. Technically speaking, Thrum and Freya are green to go, not
What?
related by blood.
I feel like you're putting a lot of emphasis on by blood there.
Yeah. So wait, how are Taskell and Thrum related?
By marriage.
Oh wow.
Yeah, your brother
we
married
aren't
his
related.
sister.
Well, for that, Taskell and Thrum aren't related by blood. It's been almost a year down here.
I've heard of weirder things. I've heard
So
of
that's
sets of
why he's
identical
got so
twins
many
marrying.
divorces.
He's just been kidding himself all this time.
He's already forgotten about that drow lady.
All right. So the next day, you guys are going to unfold the boat. And also, this diagram is the assumed largest size, because I assume you're not doing the 3-person rowboat.
No, definitely not.
All right. So you unfold the boat. So Freya is the driver. Fergus is on lookout, and everyone else can take shifts throughout the day, being the 4 rowers. I'm taking it
Correct.
because Ivy is good in spirit, but she is a small creature with 8 strength. She is not a fantastic rower.
I figure she could help Fergus with looking out because she's got pretty good. She's got the best standard vision, and Fergus has a spyglass. But it helps to have somebody up front to be like, "Oh, turn left, rock."
But yeah, I also have the best passive perception, so that means like if I'm not actively looking for something, like just keeping watch, I have the best chance of noticing things.
And the 2 archers On lookout makes a lot of sense too.
Let's see. How could you put an engine on this?
I will swap over to the music.
Oh,
All
man,
right.
I was hoping for the Pirates of the Caribbean.
Which direction you guys heading?
I believe we were heading.
Yeah,
We
we're
were
gonna stick
thinking about heading this direction, sticking close to a wall, and then
I say lead us onward, Spotter.
this way.
All right. Boss. Of course, I had to pull music from the game literally called Sunless.
I was just waiting for some Subnautica music.
A little too techy. I did look into that, honestly.
Yeah, it is a sci-fi game, so.
Mm.
It'd be good if we were ever in a water world when we play the Starfinder thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
I'm gonna laugh if both of these games finish around the same time, and then Loki has to panic prep his Starfinder game.
Right.
You know, it always shocked me to find out Subnautica isn't procedurally generated. It's a fixed world, same thing
Yeah.
every time.
There's just
You
so
know,
much
was
to do in the
early
world,
on,
though.
but then they decided to.
honestly, that kind of works to its benefit, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think it's better as a non-procedurally generated thing, just because less issues with weird clipping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
I just wish they would add a multiplayer game to the next Subnautica they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just a co-op one. I don't need, like, anything else. Like, we're exploring things together so we can both be fucking terrified.
Yeah, you just want to hear me scream.
Yes.
Every chance.
Okay. And then one more thing.
Yeah, but I guess you could argue it does take away a little bit something from the isolation.
True, but that's why it doesn't have to be, like, a required thing, but...
Okay, so nothing happens in this hex. Your passive perception spots nothing.
As the beast in the water slowly draws near.
Where
We're
to
gonna
next?
need a bigger boat.
We're moving faster now that there are only 6 of us on the boat.
This way. Hey, I'm just waiting for one of
There are
us.
always only ever 6 of us on the boat.
I'm just waiting for a bunch of like weird fish things that look like they have brains attached to them to kind of go with that weird thing that took over Miku. They gotta come from somewhere. Why not the primordial ocean that we're in?
Okay, one more time again.
Good job giving the DM some ideas.
Oh, like he hasn't had those ideas.
If y'all start going mind crazy again, I'm just going to use my aquatic suit to jump to the bottom of the lake and just sit there for a few hours.
Yeah, fun fact, in that stuff he can't swim. He can breathe underwater for 3 hours, but he can't swim. He automatically sinks.
I feel like I should tie a rope around me and tie it to the boat.
And thus how the entire boat capsized.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't bring an anchor, so.
If you're only going to stop for a while, give me the rope.
Just unattune your item before you go to sleep. When you wake up, attune to it again. We'll pull you up.
Be a pretty peaceful sleep. Petrified at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, wait, so it's yeah, you hear like a soft squishing sound there for a moment. And then you notice that like it's becoming slightly harder to row. And then you hear another soft squishing sound as emerging from the darkness above you is a long white filament that those of you who are around during the fungal jungle recognize as a cave fisher's filament impact the deck of the ship. And then another one. And then another one. So let me reveal this real quick. All right, so
Just a minute.
Don't let the filaments grab you.
I will move us over to the generic combat map as soon as I get everyone's tokens up and running on it. So Freya is in the back. Then there is Taskell. From Rocky Form, Fergus, and then Nilgrim. And then which companion did you want involved in this fight? Or cohort?
Sure. Probably Ivy.
All right.
We did say that she was kind of keeping watch with Fergus, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Unless anyone else has any ideas.
No, that sounds good to me.
All right. So you guys should be able to see yourselves on the map now.
Aye.
You're on your tiny little ship in a vast sea of darkness. So here's how it's worked. There is a truly insane amount of cave fissures above you. So many filaments are shooting you down at you that I'm not going to do attack rolls for them. Instead, we're going to get into initiative, and then every round you're going to be doing a strength saving throw at disadvantage, or you'll be yanked up into the nest.
Oh boy.
And they're also beginning to impact your
guys.
ship. And if too many of them latch onto your ship, they'll begin hauling it out of the water and up towards them. So, initiative.
Why do I always roll the same exact initiative for Ivy and myself?
I do not know.
But it happens many times.
All right, and now I will add the cave fishers. I'll just quickly throw a token down off in the darkness. There we go.
So are they on the ceiling?
They are in the ceiling
Presumably?
above you. Ivy would
Okay.
call out that there is an overhang pocked with little caves that they seem to be dangling their filaments out of.
Hmm.
All right, so Thrum, first things first, give me a strength saving throw at disadvantage, DC 13. Okay, so
I forgot to hit disadvantage.
14 is still good. You succeed. So even though that there are a bunch of filaments whipping around all around you, you do not get yanked up 60 feet straight into the ceiling where there are several waiting claws. So currently, let me roll this. There is 6 filaments attached to your ship, keeping it from being able to get away. If there ever is 40 or more filaments, they will begin lifting the ship at a speed of 20 feet per round until they reach the top, in which then they will start swarming you.
All right.
You can cut the filaments if you wish.
Well, yeah, I think I'm good with that.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, maybe you should get under the. What do you call out of
The deck.
below deck? You should get
Yeah,
below,
below
deck.
Mhm.
He is going to swing at some filaments.
All
Am I
right.
attacking him?
Yes, it's an attack roll, AC 15. They only have 5 hit points, so I'm pretty sure by default you'll cut it. Doesn't have to be
I have-
disadvantage, but that does hit. That cuts 1. If you have another attack.
Yep.
And cuts 2. Only 4 filaments left.
And then can I punch one?
Yeah.
To knock it off? I guess I'd kick it.
It's more like, yeah, you just tear up a little bit of the wood or something like that. All right. So from 6 to 3 filaments. It is now the cave fisher's turns, and 9 more filaments latch onto the deck.
Cut him away, boys.
Task lifting, we're going to need your blender powers.
Taskell, give me a strength saving throw at disadvantage, as multiple filaments are trying to latch onto your armor.
Well,
Oh boy.
Well, so Fergus says, "We need your blender power." And then you just hear go whip, and he just gets yanked up. Sorry.
Shoot him down.
All right, so you'll start getting. I'll just give you a little blue dot because you are currently over the map. I'll just move you up to the side here. So you will get claw attacked on their turn, but until then, you are grappled but not restrained, and it's DC 13 to escape the filaments, and it's at disadvantage to escape them.
It feels like this stuff
Yeah.
always happens to Tatsuo.
I guess I'll try.
So athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah, that would have been the same thing either way.
Okay. Fergus, give me a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Yep, this is a disadvantage 2 with my flat 0.
Mm-hmm. So Fergus is also taken.
Yep.
I'll stop leaving the boat.
God, if this is what TPK is us.
All right. What do you want to do with your turn?
Am I still able to pull something out of my bag?
Yeah, you can still act normally. You just have the grappled condition. You could
Okay.
even attack the filament on you. Then you'll just.
I'm gonna
fall.
try a Hail Mary because why not?
Mhm.
I'm gonna pull out the Misty Marrow fruit
Mhm.
and start use it to cast Enthrall.
Ooh, okay. What's the range on Enthrall?
Enthrall range is 60 feet.
Okay, that is just far enough to hit all of them. What is the saving throw?
The saving throw is DC 16.
What's the save?
It is a Wisdom saving throw, but they have advantage because they're technically fighting us.
All right, they have a +0. So this has a pretty good chance of failing. And I'm just going to do a group roll because I don't feel like rolling for 30 cave fishers. They fail.
Okay. Let's see. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends, or until the target can no longer hear you.
I will say
Spell
that
ends
they,
if you are incapacitated or can no longer speak.
or in this case, play the flute.
Yeah. So it doesn't get me out, I imagine, because
No,
they're focused
but
on me.
They will stop trying to snatch up your companions, and they are not trying to snatch up the boat anymore.
Yeah.
And I will say, because this is just kind of based upon the flavor, I know Enthrall is broken by attacking the cave fishers, but the filaments are described as like a webby membrane. It's not like a part of their body. So I would rule probably cutting them wouldn't break the spell.
Would they
Attack me.
drop Taskell?
No, he's still very much stuck, but he's
but they're not like pulling him.
Yeah,
They're
and they're
kind of
not.
focused on me and watching me play the May flute.
Mhm.
I imagine they were all like lashing out, like the tendrils, but they all kind of just hang limply while I play, except for the ones that are grabbing things currently.
Mm-hmm.
Are they attacking you, or are they just mesmerized?
They're
I think they're
like
just mesmerized.
mesmerized. They just basically stare at him.
Well done.
So now it's Ivy's turn.
I can't speak, and there's things on the boat. I guess she'll just start cutting at the tendrils that are on the boat.
All right. Just give me an attack roll. As I said, 5 hit points, so it doesn't really matter. Yep. So she cuts 1.
I was gonna say minimum. It's not gonna be her minimum. I think is 5. So
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it doesn't really matter. Nulgrim, Fergus is buying you some time.
I can't say anything to y'all because I'm just like doodle.
He's gonna help try to cut some more of the filaments away.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something I can do with Eldritch Blast, or does it need to be a
Yes.
slashing?
You can do Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I'll do Eldritch Blast.
AC 15 doesn't really matter. Yeah, that takes out 1. So let's see. You were at 11 for
Grudge should be off, so that's still 8 damage.
Yeah, that's what I have a feeling.
Right. And a natural 1 for that last one.
So that one misses. So you are down to 9 filaments on the boat, and Taskell and Fergus are still 60 feet up in the air, caught by the fissures.
Freya, can you shoot them down?
Freya, it is your turn.
Can I shoot him down?
Yeah, you can pull out your Gloomstalker and take a shot. I believe outside of your suit, you only have 1 attack, but...
Let's see here.
Oh, no, sorry, you do have 2 attacks. It's something else that gets you your 3rd one that's only in the suit. So yeah, you do have 2 attacks. I just double-checked. So are you targeting Taskell?
Yeah.
All right, so that actually does not manage to cut the filament. Had 1 hit point left. So you can take another attack roll while I look up what fall damage is. 1d6 for every 10 feet. Okay, cool. So if you want to take another shot to free him. All right, Taskell drops.
Does he drop into the water? Because he's wearing armor. That might not be a good
No,
thing.
he's still over the deck. Thankfully, you guys have not moved forward. So he takes 6d6 bludgeoning damage. 14. But you are back down on the deck. Rum.
Drum's gonna chop some cords.
All right. Currently at 9. Now you're at 8. And now you are at 7. If you get your boat completely free, now you are at 6. If you get your boat completely free, if everyone starts rowing again, you can move at a speed of 15 feet per round. And then you need to get, I believe it is, yeah, I'm not going to do the math, so 30 feet away. And then you'll get out of this area that the fishers are camping out in.
Ivy and Freya, focus on getting Fergus down. We'll chop away the other cords.
All right. Traditionally, this is where the cave fishers would start clawing whoever's up there, but currently, Fergus has them enthralled. So Taskell.
Right, I guess I'll get up, grumble a bit about at least landing on the boat, and grab my axe and start hacking away.
Okay.
There it is.
Pretty sure between your strength and your fire damage, you'll always cut them if you hit. Apparently, you grumbled too hard.
Yeah.
I swear, you never get on a boat and everything goes right.
Very
I
good.
slammed into the deck a little too hard.
So what do I need to do to
Well,
try
all
to
the
escape
dwarves
these
look right.
tendrils?
You can normally you could do an attack roll, but you're currently playing a flute.
Yeah.
You could do a strength or acrobatics to escape.
I'll try an acrobatics. Can I try it in such a way that I might still, even if I take the damage, if I land, I can still keep playing?
As a rule, it may be through an item, but you still perform a concentration check as normal. So that's how we'll roll it, depending on the damage you take.
Okay, that's fair. So let me
DC
try to-
13 at disadvantage to escape with acrobatics.
it's at disadvantage. You said right?
Yes, because it's very sticky. Okay, your song is still going, but you do not manage to get out.
That's fair. Let me just check. I think my scout I can roll to add things, but I can't remember.
Mhm.
No, I can only use it to add to athletics, not acrobatics.
Gotcha. Do you want Ivy to free you or to keep trying to free the boat?
Well, she was told to try to free me, so I think that's what she would do.
All right, she can fire an arrow up that high. Easy
Um,
peasy.
And minimum
That's
damage
it.
is going to take it down. He said if it only has 5 hit
Yep.
points.
So here we go. Fergus takes 16. So you're looking at your standard
Con
DC 10.
save. Yep.
Okay. Even though the music like skips for just a second as you land, but then you pick it back up again. The filaments quiver for a second as they're about to go back in the action, but then you save it.
That's pretty impressive there, boy. I gotta hand it to you.
I glare at you as I keep twiddling the flute.
You're really good with that thing in your mouth.
How many filaments are left?
Currently 6, I believe.
6. All right.
And yes, AoE stuff would affect them too.
Yeah, I was about to ask: is it possible for me to get the filaments without the creatures above? With
They are
shatter?
60 feet. They are 60 feet above you.
Okay. So shatter is a 10-foot radius. So would I be able to hit all? Would that be enough to hit all the tendrils?
Yes.
All right.
Wait, actually.
Because I know there's
You know what?
some.
I'll just say yeah.
10-foot
because,
radius would be like that.
yeah, 10-foot radius. Yeah, you're right. It would get the entire thing.
All right. So
And you can just do it just above us, but below them.
Yeah.
What
So.
what is
that's-
the minimum damage for it? Because these things are not going to pass the saving throw.
Minimum damage would.
They
be,
are considered inanimate objects, even though they're.
You
minimum-
just click the button and then roll the damage.
Yeah, minimum damage would be 5.
That's all you need.
Okay. So with
That-
everybody in the clear, he would look up, and again, that spectral dwarven smith would flash into life and slam down his mighty hammer in a area burst directly between.
Yeah, and all the filaments go snap, and your boat is free.
Roll.
Go. No girl uses move action and bonus action to grab an oar and go.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Freya. If you don't particularly care about the direction, you can also throw into oar to row. It's as soon as 4 people say that they're rowing, you start moving forward.
Toss me an oar.
So, boop, rowing.
Row your boat.
Mm-hmm. And if they're still fascinated on their turn, then
Yep. Then you should be good to go. Because you'll be leaving the effects of the enthrall at around the time that you are safely out of their way. So that is the encounter, effectively.
Nicely done there,
Good
Fergus.
thinking there, Fergus. Well done.
Like, even after we're out of reach, he just keeps playing for a little while just to be safe.
Yeah, still laying on the ground. Hasn't
Yep,
moved.
doesn't even get up, just lays there. Wait, we're back on the old map.
What's rattling around in my
Oh,
head?
scroll to the bottom left.
What's in my
It's-
brain,
It's all
Fergus?
connected.
How could they hear you?
Look, man, I don't know. I mean, obviously they have senses that they can sense us coming other than just touch, so.
Music's vibration.
You guys know that the general MO of cave fishers is that they dangle their thin filaments down into the darkness and wait for something to run into them. So I rolled a stealth, and you did not notice it with your passive perception. And so your boat ran into one of their filaments, and that's what riled them up.
Yep. That was a good random encounter.
Mhm.
I was not expecting to be attacked from the sky.
I mean, definitely a good use of my damn flute.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
because what it was is this was a section of the cave wall that functioned as an overhang, so they were able to get to you.
They probably look for more fish-related things, but when a nice little boat comes by, they can't help it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, bats, anything flying around.
All right, and you guys have one more hex.
Imagine we're booking it.
Yep. I imagine just keep going straight then.
Straight, not following the wall.
Oh, is the wall going down this way?
Yeah,
I thought the way it looks, I can't tell. It looks like okay. Yeah, then down that way then.
All right. So
More cave fishes. And if that happens, I can't help you guys. That flute's once per day.
Stop the boat.
Tornado. Fuck. Geysers. What?
All right.
Think Nogrim's having flashbacks.
Please, no water, geysers combo, please. Oh God!
Oop, that was supposed to be on the DM layer. My apologies. Either way.
Curvy white lines.
We disappear, never to be seen again.
Oh dear.
Oh God, crab people.
So, you know what? Let me pull up some stat sheets here.
Crab people. Crab people.
Oh, you wish they were crab people.
Look like crab, taste like people. Crab people.
So Thrum, you said you do your primeval awareness 3 times a day, right?
Yep.
All right. So, you do your primeval awareness, and you detect aberrations within 5 miles. About 400, I would say. All kind of milling about on that cavern wall like a hive.
Turn left.
Sounds like a wretched hive. Some say of scum and villainy.
So let me do a roll here in the open. Yep. So that's good for you. As
Only
you guys
5 come to kill us.
hear a loud screech as, well, I'll just move you guys over to the map in a second. And you guys can
Victory screech.
see what's coming your way.
Bet it's spicy.
That 5 was for their stealth check, so not great. All right, so back to the ship map. All right, I'll move you back here. You're no longer prone. So what you see flying out of the darkness, and they were able to get this close without any sort of reprisal because dark vision, is, oh God, you don't know. It's some kind of strange amalgam of bat-like wings, gnashing jaws, slimy tongues, and the mouths and the eyes and everything are in all the wrong places. And despite the uniformness of the token, they're all unique and different, and it is just horrible. And in the darkness, you hear the reverberating sound of insect-like wings, and you hear these unholy screeches and chitterings and wet tentacle sounds. So anyway, I'm going to bring up the initiative. Yes, they are aptly named Flying Horrors.
How about walking horrors?
All right.
How about horrors without a cause?
How does Thumb have a plus 18 initiative?
That is true. That is weird.
He doesn't. He has. He rolls initiative at advantage, so he gets to roll twice. He rolled a 1,
he rolled an 18 plus
and
1.
he rolled
Got
an
it.
18.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
because
don't I have that? Because my favorite terrain is the Underdark or something for the scout. I'm looking it up. I don't
Fresh
think
out
so.
of walking terror, would you like some ambulatory unease?
Okay, no, I don't have that part of it. I just have the natural explorer part.
All right, I'll take away this kind of calm music here. Let's see if I got anything good for this. Just a generic one is fine.
Oh, I didn't realize when I use a survival check in Underdark, I get to add double my proficiency bonus.
Well, there you go.
Very nice.
All right, so
That's really strong.
Fergus, you get to act first.
Okay. Well, I am going to bonus action go ahead and give advantage to Nulgrim's next attack. And I'm going to fire at this one right here.
Sorry, which one?
One on the far right, closest to it.
Gotcha.
I'm just going to do it at advantage because I'm firing 2 shots, so. Look at those, 14.
And both miss.
Can I spend a superiority to try to make one of them a hit?
Sure.
18.
That'll hit.
Ignore the sneak. I didn't put sneak on yet.
Yep.
I can't, so just 9 points.
It's dead on, but it's still coming right at you.
Coming right for us.
Nogrim. Oh, is it Nogrim's turn?
Yeah,
I believe so.
There's not really much places to move around here, so.
Nogrim's going to focus fire, following Fergus's lead, and Eldritch Blast at this guy.
Okay.
First one's at advantage. 25, and second one normal 22.
All right, those will both hit. 15
And
force damage.
for each of those, I would like to push him 10 feet away.
Okay. Hold on. After the first one, can you still see him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least my vision goes all the way to, right
Yeah.
like here.
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
thought I'd double check.
So they're still there. He's still inside.
All
Nothing.
right. Unless there's anything else, Nogrim.
I was looking through my bonus actions, but nothing really inspires me. So
You can teleport in the center of him and go into the water.
Right. It's not fire this time. Good.
Sitting duck maneuver. Go.
Gumbo, what's your take on getting ready for something to come to you to hit it?
You can prepare an action to say if it becomes within my reach, you can get your melee attack. That's just a standard prepared action.
Okay. He'll do that. He's also got he's got a bonus action rage.
Okay.
And then he's got a reaction ability that allows him to basically get a attack of opportunity if something comes in range, and he's using his pike.
Uh-huh.
So would that proc separately?
Yeah,
from
because
his
you're
melee
expending
attack?
resources for all these things.
Okay.
So yes.
Okay.
All right.
Come on in, you little beasties.
Cascal.
Mhm. Well, given that they will probably be coming in, as he says, I will go ahead and put up Siblinda.
Okay.
I posted that in one of my Discords a second ago, so I
Mm.
had to share it.
That's
Looking at
funny.
rules mid-battle. That is standard, and I got nowhere to move, so.
Mm-hmm. It is now the Flying Horror's turn. All right, so let me read an ability here. Okay, so this one is going to fly up here, and when it sees the Spirit Guardians come on, it's going to flutter in place for a moment, and then it is going to use a Frightening Screech. So every creature within 30 feet of it should be all of you.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
It's not Taskel's day.
Pascal is afeared. So is Fergus. It's a horrible screech. Rends
The good
into
news
your
is
mental.
we have nowhere to go, so the best thing we're going to be able to do is row. bro.
All right. And then don't forget Ivy as well while I move these guys in.
Would Taskell have to do
He did. He took no damage.
Okay.
Ivy is also scared.
All right. Thrum's going to use his reaction and attacks.
Okay. You don't have to link the ability. You can just roll the attack.
Okay.
I believe.
That's the reaction, but he gets an extra 1d8 on that.
It's a natural one, man. It's natural one's a natural
I
one.
didn't see that. That's ugly.
So that's just your action. You also have a held action.
Yeah, now he has his held action, but he doesn't have his bonus. So
if it's still up,
Wow.
those
Pike is about to get thrown in the water.
So the third one does hit.
it's still up, those two are taking
Yeah.
damage.
Being afraid doesn't lose the spell, so.
Nope. All right. So let me calculate all this.
If the one Thrum's beaten on still alive, anyway.
It is. I don't know why that messed up on. Yeah, it's still alive. And then wisdom saving throw. It succeeds. So then it takes half that, which is 7.
Yep.
It seems that the radiant damage very much burns it, and it does not like that, as it lets forth a horrifying screech of pain. And then for the other two, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, if you want to count that one as being in.
All
Yeah,
right,
one.
so this one fails. So this one dies being burned up in the radiant damage. Yeah, radiant seems very effective against them. And then this one takes half.
I was gonna say this must be Taskell's fight then, because everything he does is radiant. Burning by
But
radiant fire.
Now they get to go. So first things first, claw attack against Thrum. Oop, natural 20.
Always against Thrum.
So let's see. That's going
Psychic
to be
damage.
11 slashing damage and 25 psychic damage.
So for a
So the
36.
11 gets halved. The 11
The-
gets halved, so that's just 5 damage, right?
Yep. And
Plus
but you take the full
25,
psychic.
so 30. Ooh. I feel like I want to argue that he should take half psychic because his brain power isn't that fantastic.
Nope. It's attacking
All
you on a deeply emotional level.
That's a very specific barbarian weakness anyway. So
Mhm.
Now, emotional that he is. So
Now a claw attack against Freya. Will miss. All right. All right. And then from the darkness, you guys hear the horrible droning of insect-like wings as something is moving in your direction. And
many
it is
small insects or one large one?
big.
Oh,
Okay. I am going to take out my axe, load up some radiant damage with branding smite.
Mm-hmm.
I am correct, that is radiant damage. Let me see. Yeah, it's radiant damage. So I'll put that in there, but let me roll the attack.
Sure.
Okay. Well, actually, I thought I rolled the damage with it, so I'll be able to roll the damage separately anyways.
Yep.
Okay. So, battle axe. First roll.
That'll hit. So it's 7 slashing and then 2d6 radiant.
Yep. Damn.
All right, so it takes double that. And the next attack you do has advantage.
All right. Roll at advantage.
That'll hit.
For 9.
Still up and flying.
Well, that's my turn.
Really hard to find some truly wretched-looking creatures for this book. On these tokens, by the way. All right. Ivy.
Just one corner of the boat here. We're just both screaming as we're firing our arrows because we have no escape.
Yep, at disadvantage, I believe.
Yep. Guess this one, since it's the one that terrified us, and we're just panic screeching as it's coming closer.
Mm.
Somehow our octaves are matching.
Does the screeching seem to at all bother?
Oh, it's drawing them in.
Okay.
That'll still hit.
Right. Especially the harmonizing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe someday I'll take a level in Bard.
They're actually
Today's not the
perfectly simulating the breeding calls of these creatures.
It's bold of you to assume they breed.
Well, they don't have a word in the English language for what these things do.
You see, somewhere in the world, someone had a nightmare, and this is what happened.
Then let us invent one. They dishorvicate.
So 18 will hit.
They're going to dishorvicate your face all night long.
And
Better
now
get your chapstick.
I imagine the 13 will miss, so.
Yeah, and you can perform a anti-fear saving throw at the end of your turn.
Okay, I'll do it for both of us, but for my bonus action, I just turn to Nolgrim and be like, kill it with magic! And then I will make those saves.
All right, Nolgrim.
Taking his advice, going to kill it with magic. First one's at advantage, right? Because that was you. All right. Doing your thing.
The 14 was for me, the 12 was for Ivy.
Which one? Or which one are you attacking, Nolgrim? Because it hits.
Oh, the one that screeched.
All right.
And second one.
What was the save we had to make for this? Was it 13 or
13,
14?
yeah.
Okay.
That one, the 12 will miss.
Okay, so Fergus is no longer afraid, but Ivy still is.
Gotcha. Is that everything, Nolgrim?
I'm afraid so. Yep.
All right, Rum.
Do not go big.
No.
That might be problematic, yeah.
No. He is going to swing.
That'll hit. For 12 damage.
Better.
And that'll kill it.
All right. And then he's going to step over here and punch that one.
That'll do it. So that is 14 damage.
Mhm.
Still up. Taskell.
Well, can't really move closer to it until I make the save. Guess I'll tap Thrum with the Cure Wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And
Thank you.
yeah, not going to use the bonus action to call in the hammer yet.
Mm-hmm.
So onward and upward, and I will attempt that wisdom save.
Okay.
Hey.
From behind and slightly above.
He's flanking us. Hey, we may want to start rowing getting away from this before we have to fight the whole nest.
Sounds
Yeah.
good to me.
They don't seem to be stopping. All right. This one is going to move into to try to attack Ivy, so it's going to be some wisdom saving throws all around against spiritual weapon. So this one succeeds. This one fails. The one by Freya dies because it only had 1 hit point. So the spirit guardians would kill it no matter what.
Yeah. So I should roll that damage.
Hmm?
18.
Now this one is going to claw attack Ivy. It has Fear Frenzy. It has advantage on attacks against targets that are afraid. So it has advantage on this claw attack. 26. So Ivy takes that damage.
Oof. There goes more than half her health.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the one that frightened her is dead now, isn't it? Doesn't her frightened go away?
Yes, it does. So in that regards, then this one back here will then screech as well. So everyone give me wisdom saving throws. Because they all have the screech ability.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn Zubat.
And
Just don't hurt
supersonic.
yourself in your confusion.
Yep, DC 13. So Nulgrim, you did not know they were coming for you from behind.
But you have a flash of genius and you don't take any damage or anything.
Oh,
yeah.
sweet.
Ivy's still afraid.
And then that justifies the advantage I gave. Perfect. Anyway.
I, however, am fine.
You guys can just see something emerging from the darkness as the droning of wings is getting closer.
Mm.
Might want to get on those paddles. Although I don't know if we can paddle faster than these things fly, which is
Grab your oars and go!
These big ones certainly seem to be going slower, but the little ones are fast.
I start rowing.
All right. Freya on the oars. Ivy is still afeared.
she's going to bonus action disengage and move away to paddle.
Unfortunately, Ivy can't because she's a small little weak thing.
Yeah, that's the point.
Some logic.
Okay, she's going to just pull out her short sword and just start slashing at the thing in front of her then.
Okay. That'll miss.
That's all she got.
Fergus.
I'm going to target the one that's on Ivy.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
16.
That'll kill it.
Then I'll turn to the one that has that did the fear, which I think is this one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to shoot at that with my second attack.
All right. That'll hit.
12. And I will give advantage again to Nulgrim's next attack.
All right. Nulgrim.
Sorry, sneezing. All right. So, Nulgrim would say, "Let's get out of here," and puke up one of his grudge-bound minions.
Mm-hmm.
I guess not minion, but aberrant grudge-bound will go.
That was disgusting.
Right. We'll go with the Goreborn. Just to
Goreborn?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Keep him. We'll throw him at the back here.
Did he just say?
Is this the judgy one?
Goreborn?
Nope, this is the scabby one.
I missed the judgy one.
Is he gonna row with us?
No, he is going to cover us. As then Nulgrim will go to an oar and start rowing and instruct the.
It's your action to cast the spell. It's an action to row.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I guess I'll get in place to row them.
Yep, you can do that.
All right. And give the grudge-bound instructions to attack any of those monstrosities that fly towards us and get within your reach.
All right. Thrum.
Thrum will start rowing.
Okay.
Are we going to be able to outrow these flying creatures? I know we could get away from the ones that were stuck in their caves.
Well, only one way to find out, but better to get going now.
All right, Taskell.
Well, maintaining the spell and rowing at the same time should be doable.
All right. So, you guys move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 15 feet. Gotta reach that horizon, me hearties.
Yo ho.
Mm-hmm.
You want to scale up a little bit further?
Guys, I can barely see what's off in the shadows over here, but I do not like what I do see.
All right. Coming to Taskell.
Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead.
At that one. And this one over here is going to take the long way around to get at Ivy.
Was this guy... So I'm trying to remember, does he...
He does
act
not
on
get to... He acts on your turn, so no held action for him.
Oh, okay.
But he is going to get attacked instead of you, so I feel like that's still...
Yep.
Serving the cause. All right. So, first things first, spiritual weapon is 14, so wisdom. All right, so this sucker over here takes full pop.
Two of them do.
So, first things first, claw attack at advantage against Ivy.
Yep. And she is down.
Mm-hmm. She's not dead. Don't give her that. She's just doing saving throws. Now we got a claw attack against Taskell.
Mm-hmm. That'll hit.
Might actually be high enough to make you do a concentration higher than a 10.
Mm-hmm.
It's an 11, I think, but yeah.
It's higher than a 10. My statement is true. And finally, another claw attack against the aberrant grudgebound.
Alright, I believe that hits. Let me pull up his character sheet. Armor class. Yep. So he takes 18 damage? No.
Yep.
20 damage.
20 damage. Does he have anything against psychic? I remember he does psychic. I don't remember.
Let me see.
Good.
Oh,
It
damage
should-
immunity psychic.
I was flat out immune. That's 13
Yeah.
damage negated.
I'll take that.
Takes an aberration to fight an aberration, I suppose. Also, guys, I don't think we're rowing away from this.
Oh boy.
You just need to roll faster.
Must row faster. Must row faster.
Anyway, that was the other horror's turn. You guys should be able to see those things now.
Yeah, we saw
they're-
them a while ago.
Their four legs are tucked underneath them, and they've got these horrible... They are made of membrane, but they're buzzing like insect wings as they're coming towards you. Freya.
The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing. And they certainly aren't showing any signs that they are slowing.
That was just a
All
trippy
right,
scene as a child.
popping branding smite onto my weapon once again
Mhm.
to hit the one next to my father Taskell.
All right. Give it a shot.
Let me help you out, old man.
So,
It also doubles the branding smite damage too.
oh yeah. So it's going to be very good. So that will do.
A fuck ton.
Roll another 2d6 as well. Not while I figure.
Damn.
So that's 40 damage because
can
they're
I
vulnerable. It's dead. it's very dead.
It exploded.
And you still got one more attack.
All right, I guess I'll just hit the other guy. That's within reach of me.
Freya, proving she's more than just a mech suit.
I wouldn't go that far.
The second one will miss.
Dang.
So does she get to use a line, "This isn't even my final form"?
If she wishes.
Swing shot.
This is not even my final form.
Ivy, it's a saving throw. Ooh,
Failure.
that's one fail.
Yep.
Fergus.
Okay. So bonus action, I am going to pull out a Shadow Blade charge,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to swing at the one next to the unconscious Ivy.
All right.
Let's see. Shadow Blade. 20
That'll hit.
for 18 psychic damage.
Amazingly, they are not immune or resistant to psychic damage.
I was
Nice.
hedging those bets.
Yeah.
Still up.
Yep.
Going to attack again.
That'll
I'm
miss.
gonna roll a d8. I have some more superiority die to
That'll
make it a
hit.
20 for another 18.
That kills it.
Okay, and that'll be my turn because I don't got healing powers.
Mm-hmm. I think you could try to do a medicine to stabilize, but that's inaccurate.
I don't got medicine.
Yep. Oh yeah, and you need a healer's kit for that. Anyway,
Yeah,
Nulgrim.
my medicine's only like a 1 anyway.
Nolgrim will proceed to start rowing while
All right.
the grudge-bound attacks.
Grudge round can act independent.
All right. First attack. I don't know why. Oh, let me do normal.
Oh, 24 will hit anyway.
Yeah. And second attack.
That'll
Damage.
also hit. Just click on the. It says right here on the roller.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. You got it. So that is 22 damage. And the other effect doesn't matter because nothing's healing them currently.
Mhm.
Anything else? I believe that's your turn.
Yep, that's my turn. Just rowing.
Drum.
Damn it, boy, we're gonna have to fight. He is going to stab that one above him with his pike.
All right. That'll miss.
No, he's not. He's gonna try again.
That'll
Nice.
miss.
Can't punch him.
Can't punch him. Can't go around him. Does he lose rage if he doesn't make contact?
Yep.
No,
Oh,
You just have to-
yeah.
you
You have
just
to
have to-
attack. That's right.
you have to attack. You don't have to actually land a blow.
All right.
Attack or take damage.
And then he's
Or
gonna
be. I
turn
think it's
around
also be attacked.
Yeah.
He's gonna face these guys and get ready for a brace attack when
Mhm.
they come into range.
All right. Taskell.
Mhm. Yeah, it's hammer time. Bonus action for that. Question is, yeah, I think we'll cast it higher. First, it's got a hit.
Okay.
And it do not.
Let me double check. It does not.
Oh, this guy also heals 5 at the start of his turn.
He's a tough old bean.
Oh,
So it's the bonus action.
He just shows up, starts talking. Good show, old sport.
So I'll move over and use the action to heal.
I don't think you can because you already
Oh,
cast.
right, the hammer.
Yep.
Oh, well.
But you're prepared to next round.
Mhm.
Unless I get a natural 1 if she dies.
Yeah, I was gonna move back either way because
Strength in numbers.
full coverage of everyone.
I think they both get caught into his radius.
Yeah, they do. I'm just moving them all first.
Go ahead and roll the damage.
All right.
So everyone but that one has to save because he was already in the radius.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Starting from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, it's if they start in the turn too. It's whenever they first interact with it on their turn.
Oh yeah, so I guess that one will have to do a save as
Oh,
well.
this one? Okay, then
Yeah.
it dies. It's at 1 hit point.
So they all take, if they're weakened, they all take 30 damage except for the one that got a natural 20.
Yep, which will just take 15. Or no, it'll take 12. Right, yeah, because half of the 15 would be
And then double.
then double. No, 7. There, 14. There we go.
14. Yeah.
I'm math good. Me real smart. Me have job that use math. I have to count sodas.
Mhm.
It was inventory week last week. Anyway, rest of these suckers are not looking great. But we'll see how you go. Okay, first up, Thrum. That'll miss. Second up, the Gorborn. That'll miss. Next up, Taskell. That'll miss. All right, next up, 2 on Fergus. 1, 2.
That one would hit, but should last superiority die to up my AC and block it.
Okay.
what's your AC?
14. I didn't have a chance to cast my mage armor, which would put it
Gotcha.
up at, I think 16.
Gotcha.
Listen, I just have shitty leather armor, okay?
Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna need just a second here in the middle of the session because we are nearing freezing where I am, so I need to go turn on my water.
Gotcha.
The pipes don't freeze.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that thing you have to do when you live in freezing temperatures.
Yeah, my building's
Yeah,
got its own.
depends.
So-
Yeah, it depends on how
where.
well insulated your house is.
Yeah.
Say from there. No, okay. Good news. It only gets here. It does not have the ability. It has not gotten close enough to attack yet.
Can I use my reaction
Sure.
to hit it one time?
Well, the good news is they're both in range. They're both in range of the blender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
So that-
plus a 1d8.
Is 16.
20.
And then wisdom saving throws. Oh, whoops. Those should actually be 3 higher each. I forgot they're proficient in wisdom saving throws.
Wait, is there 3 of them?
Fails.
Is there one we don't see?
Nope, I rolled incorrectly. It should be I rolled a 22 and a 10.
Gotcha.
So one of them will take half damage.
Mhm.
So if you just roll the spirit guardian damage.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So they, when they take damage from the Spirit Guardians, they are going to use their reaction. Where as the Guardians come at them, you see that kind of freaky ass jaw they have bites into the Radiant Dwarven Spirits, and it clearly still burns and hurts them. But they switch it around before spitting a globulate of like corrupted radiant energy back at you as they use this ability.
Mhm.
So give me 2 saving throws as
That's actually a really neat ability.
uh-huh.
Mhm.
Way to jump out of the way.
Haskell just like, yeah, he just does a spin in place, and both globules fail.
So you take 2 points of damage then from each, because it says a DC 14 Dexterity throw or take the oh sorry, no, it's all or nothing.
Or
Yes.
take the other half of the damage.
Yes, but that's their reaction ability, so they can do that a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah, once per turn.
This one actually didn't have to dash, so it's going to take a tail attack against Thrum. That hit?
Yep.
I was gonna say it's Thrum, of course it does.
You take 30 piercing as a barbed tail pierces through your shoulder, and you are grappled and restrained.
Oof.
Ooh. Well, it's only 15 damage with the.
Yeah, because he's raging.
Yeah, it still hurts like hell. Though.
The restrained is the dangerous part.
Mm-hmm. Freya.
I'm back.
Well,
Just in time.
you just missed the show.
Oh, what happened?
30 damage from a tail.
Oh.
Yep.
That then spirits way through and grappled.
Yep.
Thrum.
Yeah. Is it? How was this damage taken? I may have been able to.
It was an attack roll.
Okay, so not a saving throw.
Yep.
All right, so it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which one just did that?
This one.
Scary.
I'll give it a little
I
while.
have to kill this one now. So, how many more spells at that level do I have? Let me see. Okay, 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna hit this one with my battle axe. Roll.
That'll miss.
But what about the follow-up?
That'll also miss.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. Death saving throw from Ivy.
That's a success.
That's good.
I was afraid I was gonna get a natural 1 and just have her die.
Yeah, me too.
And then
All right.
Fergus's turn.
Fergus.
I'm gonna hit with this one. If it drops, I'll go to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
First one. No superiority, so that'll probably miss.
Let me double check because I can't remember all the numbers. Yeah, that'll miss.
And then second attack.
Yes.
Good lord. I'm going to action surge and keep attacking.
All right.
There we
Oh,
go.
shit.
And that'll take it out.
And then second attack of my thing. 21 will hit
That'll
the
hit.
last one for 12.
Does not take it out.
Yeah, I figured I was at least close because they've been taking a lot of damage from those spiritual guardians, but
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's all I got. Bonus action. I'm going to give advantage on. Let's see. He's grappled. Who's coming up? You know what? I'm gonna.
Nogren was gonna point to him.
Yeah, I was just gonna like, yo, big, ugly, and slightly scarier than these things. Hit better.
He points to Thrum.
Other one, and he points to him.
He points to Freya.
You know who you are. Yes, I'm giving the the monstrosity the advantage to hit these things.
Seeing this one loom so close, Norgrim's going to tag him with his grudge. Like, oh, I know you wronged somebody. You ought not have. And then upcast Shatter right here to hit all three of these.
Okay. Oh, what's the
And that-
saving throw?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so
Fail, success, and this little guy.
fail.
All right. That will be 68. And the one that I hex would take, I think 3 more.
Okay, so they're all still up. Luckily for you, I already used their reactions on the gobbling the spell back. Otherwise, since you hit both of them, that would have hurt like a bitch.
I thought that only happens with Radiant.
Nope,
Nope.
it's all
Spell.
spells.
Oh. Well, shit.
That's why, like, it's a reaction thing, though, so they can only do it once per round. But
But still,
Still
yeah,
do
that would have been a bit rough. And then this guy is going to go after the one that's hassling Freya.
Welcome to the Sunless Sea, motherfuckers.
Right. This first one's at advantage.
That'll hit.
Hour two.
Okay. For 10.
All right. I'd like to remind you guys, this is that you guys set off from the coast this morning, and this
Yeah.
is what it's all been.
Mhm.
Is it still up?
It's still up.
All right, take another swing at it.
That'll hit.
It wouldn't have been at advantage for that one, though.
Oh,
The
the
26 will
26
hit.
for the first one, yeah.
That one kills it.
All right. Then he's going to shift over here and just glare at the biggin, and he heals up.
Sunless Sea would be a great name for an underwater or an underground water dwarf campaign.
Of all females.
I mean, what do you think we're doing right now, Michael? Anyway, Drum, you've got problems.
We're on a dinghy, though. That's not what I mean.
Here's an idea.
99 problems.
If we all die, we come back as our characters' mothers, who secretly have survived until now, and it's called Sons of Dammerhall because they're looking for their sons.
I like that idea.
Oh, that's
but
awesome.
I'm gonna counter with we come back as all of Thrum's wives.
I mean, I'm sorry,
Turns
Gumbo,
out
but
that's like half the characters' mothers.
I'm sorry, Gumbo, but we're not exactly swashbuckling crusaders here. We're not giving like pirate. We're like panicked dwarves who don't want to be on the ocean.
Except for Fergus, he wanted to be on the ocean, just not this one.
So quick to judge what I'm going to be doing with a story called Across the Sunless Sea in literally the first hour of it. Who are you hitting? And also, I'm pretty sure you have disadvantage because you're restrained.
Yep.
He definitely does. So here's another attack roll.
And who are you
13,
trying to hit?
trying to hit the one that's got his tail through my shoulder.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Missed on that one. All right. Try. You know what? He's gonna realize the futility of this, and he's gonna grapple that guy right there, the little one.
Okay,
Actually,
You may have me, but I have him.
so that's still going to be a disadvantage.
But it's at advantage because he's raging, I
yeah,
think.
he's
isn't it?
raging, so he gets advantage
so-
on it.
so
So it'd be
it's
normal.
normal, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
He's going to try to use his dexterity to avoid.
All right.
22.
Where's
Oof.
a 1? I rolled a fucking 1. All right, and then he's just gonna punch that one in the face.
There's that number.
Dodge this, you little shit.
That'll be a disadvantage, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it'll
would
be a disadvantage roll
So you gotta roll it one more time.
Okay,
He really
that-
wanted to punch that one.
that does actually kill it.
I'm contributing.
Come here, you little shit. Pop.
Not gonna hold me back for long.
All right, Taskell.
And so this turn, step over and heal, and then step back.
Although it'll provoke an attack if you step back because you're in threatening area.
True.
True.
Might as well stay here then.
But Ivy's up at 13 wounds at least. Or 13
And
HP.
bonus action to have
Deal with
the
more hammer.
hammer miss completely.
Mhm.
She wakes up and she's like, "Oh God, what is that?"
It looks over like, ooh, snack.
It's like a poppable.
I had the worst nightmare. Oh God, no, it was real.
I don't think
It's
it
even
says,
worse than I remember.
I don't think it says snack. I think it whispers the words of the void into your ear.
No, just in perfect English. Mouth does not move.
Yummy.
Claw attack is against Fergus.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right, hold on. I forgot. At the start of their turn.
At the start of their turn, wisdom saves.
Yep. So that will succeed, but that doesn't matter because it kills it anyway. So
Is the other one out
Grudge-
of range now?
it is out of range.
It is, yes. That's why.
Huzzah! I don't
back.
die.
All right. So now a claw attack against Scabulicious. 17. Loki.
17 versus.
The scab dude.
That hits.
All right.
8 damage.
All right. Here we go. More flapping from the darkness.
Mhm.
Fun stuff.
And the Hunter Horror's turn. So first things first, the one has to do a wisdom saving throw because it is in that area.
Mhm.
Okay. So it takes 7.
Yep.
It's not going to use its reaction this round.
Hmm.
Because it can choose not to.
Yes. But that makes me wonder what it's cooking up in its slightly amorphous bug brain.
So, so this is going to be an interesting thing. So this one, this one right here, it's currently grappled with Rum. So it is going to move half speed, which is 5 feet, because it's got a flying speed of 10. It's going to move 5 feet back, which moves
Bye,
Thrum.
Thrum.
And then it ends the grapple.
Like I said, bye, Thrum. He
Nope.
can't swim.
It pops it out, and you see Thrum fall into the inky black water, and whoop.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt you.
Yeah, I honestly, like, out of character and everything. I don't know how we can save Thrum. He's made of stone. How are we gonna fish him out?
Yeah, I don't know.
So you're seeking
We'll
at
see.
like 60 feet per round.
Yeah.
Quick,
How
unattune.
deep?
That takes an
How
hour.
deep am I?
I know.
How deep am I going?
Your dark vision is 60 feet, right?
I
Yeah.
guess so.
You no longer see which way is up. You don't know what it is. It's just infinite darkness every direction that you look. I will remove you from the
So
turn order.
You have a
will
backup
address-
character planned, right?
We will address you later.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, you wish it was
Come
that
to
kind.
chat with you again.
So, and then this other one is going to try to tail attack Nilgrim.
Well, immediately thinking, guys, the battle suit is airtight, so if we get some oxygen tanks.
Yeah, it's
Let's
primarily
take care of
sealed.
these things.
According to the environmentally sealed thing, it doesn't even oxygen tanks. You can go underwater in that thing and last for as long as you can power the suit.
Oh.
So then we'd have 2 players at the bottom of the ocean.
I think that'll actually miss Nolgrim, won't it?
I
Can I
believe
get 3?
15 will.
Yeah, the 15 will miss.
All right, Freya.
This thing ain't the king
In the
of red
meantime,
lines.
Since we did just kind of remove Thrum from combat, Coat, would you like to pick one of the available cohorts and say they come up on deck to help with combat and rowing so you have something to do?
Sure.
This ain't the king
Miku
of
or
red lines.
Yaga?
You can't just
Yep.
spawn a giant crane out of it.
Miku
Yeah, we'll
probably
bring,
plays more like what you're
Miku up.
used to.
Oh, well, maybe the
fighter dude has ranged attacks.
the guy who can
Yeah,
range
but Iago has guns, right?
Mm-hmm.
attack.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
might be smarter.
Oh, he should be full health. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it just sometimes it auto sets them at the last time they had health
Yep.
adjustment.
I'll
I think when you removed me, my whole screen went blank.
Right, because I took away your vision.
Yeah, you just have to give vision to
Yeah,
Iago.
I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
Because he should have control of Iago. It's just
Yep.
Iago has no vision. He's not an artist. He's just a soldier.
There you go. You should be able to see now.
Cool.
I mean, everyone can, but
Yeah, that's the thing.
and go ahead and roll your initiative. Click on the token and roll his initiative.
Yep.
He has some pretty nifty abilities too, so make sure you check his abilities
That's
on there.
fitting that he's at the bottom of the initiative order,
Mhm.
since he was the last to arrive.
That's
Yep.
me.
Anyway, Freya, it's your turn.
Okay. Well,
There's definitely more horrors coming from the darkness if you guys don't get out of here.
but we can't get out of here.
Yeah, these things are going to come faster than we can paddle. Because you said this thing can move 15 feet in a round. Those small things can
Well,
more than catch up to us.
No.
I
The
just
big
mean
things only
Thrum
move
is
10 feet.
underwater.
Oh yeah, the
here.
big things. I'm talking about the small things. These things
I
keep
think- I
coming,
think
and they're going
those
to
are-
overrun us.
I think they're easier to fight off than the big things.
Oh yeah, they are, but they can overrun us. So then we're dealing with them while we're trying to paddle. So we have to either paddle or fight them.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
All
I don't know
right.
really. If we paddle and then we have to fight them, I just don't know how it's going to work out.
I mean, okay.
So I'm going to, either way,
Very
what I'm going to do
TPK.
right now is I'm going to launch a fairy fire to hit both of these. So big guys.
Okay. And that's a wisdom saving throw, I remember, right?
It's a dex.
The
I can-
dex. Okay.
I'll put it in the chat.
Yes, it is.
But
One
16.
fail.
Okay.
Right there. That's your turn then.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Ivy.
Terrify's probably going to get up and probably move to here, honestly, to get away from people with disengage as bonus action.
All right.
And I guess just fire at this one.
Snake attack since it's engaged.
Yeah, but it misses anyway.
All right. Diego Ortiz.
All right. Diego is going to fire. Does he take a negative for firing right next to him?
He does not, because he's got an ability that lets him up close shoot people in the face, I remember.
All right.
Yeah, it's blade and black powder, I think it is.
Yeah. Hold on, because he's got some stuff, like if he gets a bonus if you don't use your movement action, he can use it to aim.
Yeah. And then, like, when you fire as an action for your firing weapon, you can use your bonus action to make also a sword attack. So you can, like, fire 2 bullets and then roll an attack with the bonus action with your sword.
All right. That's what he'll do.
You can be like, pop, pop, slash.
Yep.
And sharpshooter's only on if you choose to. It's a -5 to hit, though, but it does an extra 10 damage.
Yes.
All right. He's going big or going home. He's gonna shoot at that big one.
Which one? This one?
No, this big one.
Gotcha.
Because doesn't for blade and black powder, he has to make a ranged.
You can still make the thing is, it's saying
You can make a range within
to
5 feet.
Yeah, that's what it's saying.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can make a range within 5 feet, no problem.
All right. Well, he'll do that.
So you're
Normal
attacking
attack
this
roll.
one here that's very fired at advantage then.
Yeah.
All right.
And you've got the archer fighting style already baked in, +2 to attack.
Yes, it should be.
Yeah. It's
And
already been.
then-
I remember checking that.
And he has should have
the
2
not
attacks.
moving. Okay. Yep. So he's
Actually,
firing
no.
his first shot.
The sniper one isn't. Or not, the
Oh
archer
yeah,
style
sorry.
doesn't-
I was thinking of something else. Yeah,
so it'll
he
be
doesn't
too
have-
higher.
Okay, so 22 to hit then.
All right, 22. That will definitely hit.
Oh yeah, that wasn't
He's
even an advantage. That just hit outright.
Yeah. I mean, you could
He's-
roll again to see if you get a natural 20.
Did he have advantage?
Yeah,
it's
very
very
fired.
fired.
Oh yeah, very good.
Hey.
Oh shit! Click that damage. This will
Yeah,
be
baby.
Oh, you clicked the wrong damage.
um.
No, it
You have to
didn't.
hit the, you have to hit the
Nope, no, he
critical one. Oh, for some reason I was thinking of
Yeah,
I was
it-
seeing something.
It for some reason didn't multiply the 10 on the a sharpshooter, even though that should.
Well, sharpshooter
Oh.
doesn't because it's a flat
it doesn't?
number.
Oh, interesting.
It's like the modifiers on an attack.
Either
roll.
way, that is well over 30 damage. It had 23 hit points left. It is dead in one shot.
All right, and he's gonna use his double up ability
To ricochet the shot.
to ricochet the shot.
Second target takes piercing damage equal to your dexterity modifier. You can redirect this bullet a number of times a day. So I imagine it'll ping off of this one to this one.
Yep.
And I believe it
Yeah.
just automatically takes it.
Yeah, four extra for him, and then can he redirect his second shot at that guy?
Yep. Because he's got multi-attack.
All right.
This whole time Iago's going, this is for Thram.
He's more
that
probably like
is-
that.
Two higher.
this one would not have advantage.
So okay.
So it would just be the 13 to hit.
Yeah, 13 to hit, which would miss.
That was my foreign accent.
Put that one back in the can for later.
Mm-hmm.
Just put that aside, pocketing it.
All right. So, unless you want to action surge, I do believe that is his turn.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he
let's
can't
action surge while the board's
I think
clear.
we'd have a chance.
Yeah, action surge
I
and
mean,
shoot that
he-
fucker a couple more times.
He can
Yep.
either action surge and shoot a couple times, or he could action surge and row.
Well,
Either
he's
way, it's
already
technically
shooting,
applicable.
and
All
it's
right.
terrible shooting. So he's gonna sit down and row now.
So deduct 4 rounds from his limited ammunition supply on those pistols.
Yep, he has that very limited ammo.
But those pistols do 2d4 base damage, which is very nice.
Yep. Luckily, he has that hand crossbow. When worse comes to worse.
And all of his abilities still function with it.
Yep.
Fergus.
First, I'm gonna throw the shadow blade at this one and dislodge it to make the attack that way. So that'll be 13. It will miss. Just go wide, and then I'll pull out my bow, and I will do a thing that lets me sacrifice my bonus and movement to make an attack and an advantage against this one.
All right. That almost certainly hit.
That will be 14 points of damage.
All right. Also, Nilgrim, your target of your grudge just died, if that does anything for you.
If I wasn't full health, it would.
Gotcha. I think you could use it to summon a spirit if you wanted to.
Only if it's a humanoid.
Gotcha. It's still up.
I've been waiting, but we haven't fought too many humanoids.
And
Something
that's my
tells
turn.
me these things aren't humanoid.
I don't want to
they have
sound
some-
racist.
They might have
But
some
that
humanoid
thing
parts in there. but
Has an asshole for a face.
that's all I got.
All right, Nilgrim.
I will. Actually, no, I can't. I use my sacrifice movement thing, so that's all I can do.
Ogre would shaft up and say, I think we have a chance to get out of here. I'll push him back. Row. And he would order the grudge brown to row as he
Yep,
starts
good row.
using...
Thrum is underwater.
And he's sinking like a literal stone.
we can't really help him if we're being overwhelmed. And Ogre will fire Eldritch Blast at this one.
All right,
First one.
that'll hit.
All right, and it'll shove him back 10 feet.
Take 7 damage because he's not grudged. Do you want him to go straight back? Hold on. Do you want him to go back this direction or this direction?
That direction.
Gotcha.
Then second one. 16. Will
Is it
that?
against the same guy or?
Yeah, same guy.
Yes, that'll hit.
All right. A little bit more damage and shove him back 10 more feet.
Okay, he is going to use his reaction to have that damage against himself, and you need to perform a dexterity saving throw, or you take 4 points of damage.
So 4 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. Grudge Pound gets 5 hit points, and that is
Begins to
my
row.
Bro.
Yeah.
Stroke.
Yes, I know I'm having one. What about it?
You're dead anyway. Shut up.
Taskell.
Right, well, bonus action, send the hammer after that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, it manages to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
11.
11 force damage. Nearly dead, but not quite.
Yeah, I'll start rowing as well.
All right. So
Oh.
that's 2 rowing. What's up?
But I was just gonna say, by the way, to the party, I still have a potion of water breathing I've been saving.
So do I. So do I.
I mean, you can dive into the drink in this literal
Might
swarm
be a
of
retrieval
nightmares.
mission thing than anything, but
All right, Nolgrim, we'll go with your plan, but you're in charge of Operation Rescue Throne.
Fair enough. Just go.
He doesn't need to breathe down there, but I'm pretty sure he still needs to eat. I don't know.
This one is going to move up. Go ahead and roll that radiant damage just to save myself the saving throw, because it's got very low hit points, so it might just get instantly owned, even if it succeeds.
8.
8. Yep. Even if it succeeds, it's going to take 8 damage and instantly die. So had exactly 8 hit points left. So and these ones are going to fly up on the edge of all that, and they are all going to screech. So each of you give me 2 wisdom saves at disadvantage. This is effectively simulating the fact that you're doing this 4 times. And it's DC 13. All right. So it looks like everyone except Freya and Fergus is feeling the feared.
What is the DC?
13.
Okay.
so with your heart you can make Ivy save, but that's about it, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll...
And
Yeah.
now the Hunter Horror is going to begin the slow buzzing path back. That's them dashing.
All right, so reluctantly, I will start rowing.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3.
All right, I got to bounce for just a second.
Yeah. So
3 so far.
yeah, if Iago rows,
Ivy's gonna have to.
Iago just failed.
yeah, that means he's afraid, but it doesn't mean he's like incapable of acting as a rower.
If
Okay.
anything, it's incentive. Okay,
Yeah.
rowing.
I killed one of those things in one shot, and I was kind of feeling myself, but now it's.
Did you skip Ivy's turn?
Sorry, I clicked the button prematurely. Go ahead.
Okay, she was just gonna run back here and attack at disadvantage to the one top closest to Freya. This one,
Gotcha.
because that's all she can really do.
Mhm.
And miss
That
terrible.
was-
Okay.
So, is Iago gonna move here on Roko?
Yeah.
All right.
He plucks out a feather and tosses it in the water so we'll know where Thrum died.
That's not how water works. All right, one more round and you guys are in the clear. Fergus, because remember, it's just 4 of you has to spend your action to row, and then you move. So it doesn't really matter the order.
Well, fuck it. I'm gonna get over here and start rowing too. Then.
Rowan, Nolgrim, I imagine your boy over there is gonna row, and then are you gonna row?
Would we go faster if I rowed?
I mean, if you both row and then Taskell rows, then we're out of here.
It's a minimum of 4, but
More can row.
Yeah.
Four can row.
Yeah. Nolgrim was trying to decide between that and just constantly pushing him back with his Eldritch Blast.
Whatever you want to do.
I would just row at this point.
Okay. Rowing.
Put some distance.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, with Nolgrim's two pushes and Taskell's.
Taskell, are you gonna row?
So does that move us 15?
Yep, moves you 15 feet. I'm going to say you're effectively out of the threatened area, as the horrors will stop swarming out at you. And normally I would have us fight down the last of these guys, but it's around our end time. So
we retreat.
Yep.
It's like we're going to be doing a lot of retreating in this boat.
Well,
I like it.
our capacity just got lighter.
Well, someone besides Thrum give me a survival roll.
I can, since this is on the Underdark, my survival roll will have an extra +3, so it's an effective +8 to my roll.
Could somebody help him to give him advantage?
Sure, I could say that.
So it'll be 3 higher, so 17.
17. It does occur to you after you ran into literally 2 back-to-back horrible monster nests.
Probably the walls are a bad idea.
That's probably other people are thinking that's safe too. Yeah. So that's a lot of stuff likes to live there.
Yeah.
So we shall address where you guys choose to go in the sea next, as well as
whether we go back for Thrum or not.
So, before we end the recording, let me try to find some good. What are we looking for? Oh no, it was story music. I need to reorganize this. So, Thrum, you're sinking into the inky blackness of the Sunless Sea. There's no skill roll. There's nothing you can do. I know your sheet. You don't even have enough abilities to get yourself out of this, and you explicitly sink at 60 feet every 6 seconds.
Yep.
You are heading straight for the bottom. What's going through Thrum's head right now?
Well, I knew this could happen. I guess he knew this could happen when he attuned to his skin. He felt that. So now he's curious as to how deep it goes, and he's interested in the relative peace and quiet that is just all around him. Maybe something happened as he's been practicing meditating over these almost a year, and when all the energy rushed through him, he, feels like he finally met his, not enlightenment, but learned what all that practice was for. And so now he's just going to enjoy it, because without even trying to meditate calmness, all that is around him is just quiet and calm.
Yes, as you can hold your breath for all these hours, you don't even have air bubbles to go up. So you have genuinely no idea which way is up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You're just free falling into the darkness.
I am out of character interested to how deep is he gonna, how deep is this lake?
However, that darkness is broken by a warm, almost firelight-like light from somewhere behind you. You're able to kind of just kick your arms and legs madly as you spin around, and you see a door in the water a warm glow emanating out from under it. What do you do?
Does he have the sensation that he's drifting down?
You can't tell anything anymore.
Can't tell anything. He's just in the darkness. He's going to reach out for the door.
You reach out and you feel the comforting, reassuring weight of a metal door handle under your palm. You turn the knob and it opens. And
Boys, I found the way to Dammerhall.
It swings open, and you see it's like if this was a movie, we'd be seeing it like a Pulp Fiction thing, where it's just like the light is coming out, but we're not seeing what's inside the case.
Mhm.
And from inside is it's everything you could have hoped for, and you feel compelled to go through the door. Do you want to do that?
It's everything I hoped for, then
Mhm.
I guess he does.
All right. You disappear into the door, and as the camera pulls out, the infinite darkness of the sunless sea is returned, as we as the camera just see a large black fin swoosh through the water in front of us.
Oh,
Anglerfish.
And we will address Thrum's fate in the future, as he has been taken by the Sunless Sea.
what
So
did you do?
I'm
I can't wait to see his new character.
I'm gonna have some conversations with you in side chat.
Yeah.
Cope.
Sure.
So good session, everybody.
Yeah.
Go with Father Mountain. Dude,
think Father
Jonah's
Mountain
going
has
to
any
live
power in
inside
this
that
one.
whale forever.